Hey guys. Hi. Greetings for the Emperor. Welcome in, Hotties, rough and tough. My name is Vylett Moonheart, and today I've become a sister of battle on his illustrious space station. What are they? I don't know what they named their space stations. The Golden Guy, that's the space station we're currently on. Welcome in. How are we today? Happy Tuesday. It's good to see you. The Emperor protects indeed. Welcome in, everyone. Excuse me, I need to turn on the scams. I mean the Emperor's will. Give me one moment. There we are. I've turned on the Emperor's will. It's very awesome. It's too quiet? Is it too quiet or is my mic too quiet? Sorry, my mic's busted. I'm getting a new one, I promise. The Emperor's given me a new one. The Mechanicus Adeptus are sending me a new mic. It's just gotten lost on its way here. Hi, everyone. Hi. I'm not muted. Yippee. Okay, let me do something real quick. Let me consult the Emperor's guidance. There we are. Hi. Welcome in, everybody. Rough and tough. My name is Vylett Moonheart, and today we're yapping in a Warhammerish manner. Welcome in. Do we like the servitors? They're right next to me? That's Bob, and the one right below him is Jerry. A lot of people get it mixed up with Tom and Jerry, but it's Bob and Jerry. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. It's good to see you. How are you today? Vi, thank you for the resub. Thank you very much for for giving me more of the Emperor's glory. I'm here to Vylett dance and quite possibly commit some crime. Crime can wait. How is everyone? Hi, Vi. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the 10 months resub. Arigato. Or as the Emperor would say, thank you, small one. I'm actually not sure how the Emperor talks. Sorry about that. How dare I presume to know what the Emperor sounds like? Silly me. Cranberry, thank you so much for the resub for 13 months. I really appreciate that. A whole ding-dang year. Arigato. Thank you for the hype train as well, fellow Space Marines, fellow Emperor servants. Hi. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. You would honor Bob and Jerry for their eternal service. Very true. Let's say hi to each other before we get started today. I might be the most cheerful sister of battle that's ever battled. But don't worry, they let me be this cheerful. It's fine. I bring some much needed light into the dark, grim world of Warhammer. Hello, Volkash. Welcome in. Hello, Shardley. Hi, Vi. How are you today? Hi, Kano. Hi, Cranberry. Hello. Hi, Soul Striker. Thank you for the pats. I appreciate that. Emperor be praised. Emperor be praised. I'm receiving pats. Hello, Cranberry. Hi. Welcome in. Hi, Zane. Hi, Soul Striker. Hello. Hi, Vi. Hi. Welcome in. Hi, Mako. Hi, Kay. How are you today? Hi, Creamy. Thank you for the hype train. Really appreciate that, guys. What the freak? What the freak? Hi, Captain BA. Welcome in. Hi, Breadfruit. Greetings, everyone. I hope you're all having a good evening. You too. It's good to see ya. Hi. Why isn't my mouse letting me scroll? I mean, I need to call the Adeptus Mechanicus about this. My mouse isn't scrolling anymore. Thank you for being first, Kay. I really appreciate that. Arigato gozaimasu. Over on the red site. Hello, Dyad. Hello, Lamoru. Hello, Isaac. Hello, Bebop. For the Emperor, indeed. For the Emperor. Hello, Bitter. Hello, Andy. Hello, Phidias. Hello, Veiled. Greetings, Isaac. Greetings, Kieran. Greetings, Revolver Brocelot. From the Order of Cheer. Yes! There's actually, believe it or not, there's a sister of battle order called the Order of Cheering You On. And I'm part of that. And I just joined today, actually. Hello, Del. Welcome in. Hi, Crazy. Hi, Wayne. Hello. And hello indeed. How are we today? Hi, Koval. Hello, Don. Hi, Spaghetti. Hi, Milforce. Hi, Steven. Hi, Captain Ron. Hello, Sith. Hi. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you. Hi, Kocho. Hi, Oranges. Hello, hello. Who did I miss? Hi, Kieran. Hi, Phidias. Hi, Milforce. Hi. Hi, Fart. What's up? How you doing? Hi, Ken. Hello. Hi, Doodle. Hi. Hi, Ta. Hi. Hi, Cosmonaut. Good to see you again. Hi, Greaser. What's up? Hi, Captain Beyond the Red Site. Hello. Hi. The whole gang's here. You guys really took the shuttle all the way over here just to yap with me? In the Emperor's space station? Whoa. Dang, I feel kind of blessed. Hashtag blessed. By the Emperor, of course, not by anybody else. Hi, Beb. Hi, Campvic. Welcome in. Hi, Hammers. Good to see you. Hello. I wasn't muted. I just like to start my streams muted. because I don't really know what to say when I first pop up, but then I sort of, you know, it's called warming up, Hotties. You wouldn't know it. You're not a professional entertainer like I am. A professional sister of battle, you might say. Hello, Rion. How are you? Hi. Eita. Hi, Sage. Hello. Hi. Happy Tuesday, everybody. You made it past Monday. That's half the battle, basically. Trust me, as a sister of battle, Monday is the hardest thing I've ever fought. Not Xenos, not Heresy, but Monday. Hi, Nana. Welcome in. Hello, Starsky. Hi, Faye. Happy Tuesday. How you doing? Hello, Triant. Hi. Hello, Darren. Welcome in. Hello. Hi. Hi, Furnace. Hi. Hi, guys. Hi, Top Gear. Hello. Hello. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anybody? Does anyone need the Emperor's greeting? Does anyone require an Emperor's greeting that I have not given an Emperor's greeting to? Razzie, I've said hello to you, I believe. Hello, Ravid. Hi. And Laser, thank you very much for being first. Arigato. Hi, David. Welcome. Hello. Hello, fellow space station goers. Hi. Hello. What do we call each other? Peasants? I guess I'm a sister of battle, so I can call you peasants, but I don't think you can call me a peasant. Hi, Cannon. Welcome in. MDK, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you for the 5. I really appreciate that. If you guys got it gifted, please say thank you to MDK for gifting you with the Emperor's Grace. Mr. Fenn, thank you also as well for the 5 gifted. Holy moly. Thank you very much. Arigato. Thank you for blessing the red site with the Emperor's Grace as well. I really appreciate your support. Arigato. That'll go towards more corpse rations for me. Wait, what is it called? Corpse protein? What is it called? Guys, I've only been playing Rogue Trader for like a couple weeks. Is it called corpse bars? No. Crunchy corpse bars? What is it called? Oh, corpse starch. Thank you. Crunchy corpse bars. What am I saying? What am I I think I might be corrupted. What am I saying? Corpse bars. Yeah. Hi, Knight. Welcome in. Hi. Yeah, congratulations on the gifted, Hotties. It's not very often the Emperor blesses us, but it seems he is deigned to today. Hello, everybody. How are we? How are we on this fine Tuesday? Do they have weekdays in space? Do they have the weekdays in Warhammer? Is it like regular, or is it like Elder Scrolls where it's like Tuesdas, Turdsdas, and Friesdas? Or is there like regular weekdays? I'm curious. Hi, Catternet. My dad would like to meet you. His name is Nur. I don't want to meet Nur. Something tells me, Catternet, I don't want to meet Nur. Also, it's good to see you again. Hi, Rice Hill. Corpse bars sound very Nurgle. Yeah, well, hey, that sounds like heresy. Cock's gun. Cock's gun. That sounds like heresy. Uh-oh.
I'll give you 10 seconds to run.
I'm a generous sister of battle. I'm a generous and cheerful sister of battle. Apparently 40k has 8-day weeks. Really, Lamoro? Interesting. Turdsdas sounds on point. Yeah, Isaac, I believe they call it Turdsdas or something in Elder Scrolls. Revolver Brusselin, thank you for the 5. Sorry, I'm a kin from the Leagues of Voltan. I'm not sure how heretical I am. I'm kind of a Warhammer baby, so I don't know what the kin from Leagues of Votan is. But if you're a Xenos, if you look at me funny, I will kill you. If you squelch, if you've got purple magic around you, if you squelch, if you do anything, if you look weird at me, then I will kill you. But otherwise, you're welcome to stay as long as you don't commit any heresies. Yeah. Hi, William. Welcome in. Hi, it's good to see you. Hi, guys. Happy Tuesday. Like ship time. Oh, planet to planet differences. Oh, so every planet has a different way of talking about the week. That's very interesting. I guess that makes sense because we don't remember this a lot. But in space, you know, on different planets, time moves differently. Sometimes, you know, Mars has like what, like a 48-hour day or something like that. Like 24 hours is not the norm in a lot of space. So that makes a lot of sense why you wouldn't have the same. Why you wouldn't just, like, you know, homogenize it. Votan are silly little dwarf mutant abominations. Oh, they're I can kill? I can kill? Is it killing time? Is it time to get exploded? I think it is. Step right up. It's exploding time. Hi, Historia. Hello. I'm pretty much a veteran now. Thank you. I've only been playing, if you guys don't know, hello, hi, I'm Vylett Moonheart. I mostly play Bethesda games, but I'm kind of Bethesda Todd Howard brain rotted. But I've also been playing Warhammer Rogue Trader, which is a tactics game. I've been playing that on Tuesday. And so I played Space Marine 2 a while back. I played Rogue Trader. And so those are really my only Warhammer exposures up until now. So I apologize if I get anything wrong with the lore. But I thought we'd have a nice little chat about Warhammer lore today, or like anything you guys want to talk about. I've been baking recently. I know Sister of Battles don't usually bake, but I've taken it upon myself to spread the Emperor's cheer with a nice apple custard pie today. So I'm making an apple custard pie. I'm gonna tell you guys about that. But before I start yapping about baking and stuff that a lot of people probably don't care about, whoa! Heresy! 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 Who's doing this to me? Let me go! Release me! Who is this? Is that you, Zinch? I'll bite you. I'll bite you. Oh, it's gone. No one saw that. No one saw that, right? What do you mean? What's wrong, Hotties? Did you see something? Did you see something? You look like you've seen something. What's the matter? Is everything okay? You should go get yourself checked by what do we call the medical people? Medicae, probably something like Latin, like Medicae. Hi, Crew Matter. Don't look at me like that. Can't wait for Dark Heresy. Yeah. So the sequel for Rogue Trader. Rogue Trader is kind of like Baldur's Gate 3. It's a very story heavy game with lots of companions. But it's more of like a tactics based game. Like a like a little chessboard type game rather than Baldur's Gate free roam. And so they're coming out with a sequel next year, I think, called Dark Heresy. The publisher Owlcat Games is coming out with a new sequel called Dark Heresy. So everybody's really excited about that. And it does like, we haven't seen, have you guys seen are there screenshots or are there no screenshots? Is it just promotional art? Because I've heard people talking about how it looks good, but like, I was like, how do you know it looks good when there's no screenshot? I couldn't find any screenshots. A special anomaly. Yeah, that's me. Hi, Lenham! Welcome in! The Order of the Valorous Heart does not get enough appreciation. Who is that? Tell me about all of your guys' favorite orders. Tell me. This is the ZATSU for talking about Warhammer. I'm giving you guys permission to yap about Warhammer, but don't spoil anything for Rogue Trader, okay? Don't spoil anything for Rogue Trader. There was a gameplay trailer. Oh. They'll do Deathwatch and Black Crusade and only War after DH. What are all those things saying? What does that mean? Sisters do bake. There's not only a military branch. Oh, that's really cool, Kolo. Ah, I didn't know the sisters also bake. The Ordor Assassinorium. Ordo as in gold and Assassinorium as in assassin guild, I assume. I'm really trying here. It turns out if you know a little bit of Latin, Warhammer names get kind of ridiculous, but also pretty cool. Hi, Ivan. Welcome in. I've seen all of our scenes are songs from the soundtrack. Ah, so Diane. Hi, Mango. Why do you gaslight us every stream? What did I say? What did I say, heretic? Like, write it down. Get it in writing. Get some proof. Come back to me with proof. Otherwise, you don't got nothing. Hi, Sky Mario. I love the Grey Knights chapter. Ooh, Grey Knights. What are those? The Salamanders? That's probably fire guys, right? I think you guys told me about the fire guys before. Hi, Goomba. Hi, Dad. Latin is useful to know. Yes, if you speak a Romance language, Latin is useful to know. I like the custodies. What are the custodies, Kieran? My favorite is Ferrus Manus, who is the Primarch of the Iron Hand. Ooh, that sounds... His name is literally Ferrus, and he's the leader of the Iron Hands. That's kind of on the nose, don't you think? That sounds cool, though. What's wrong? Why are you guys saying, ah? Why are you guys saying, ah, it happened again? What's wrong? What's going... Are you okay? What's happening? Hi, Maki. Welcome in. Hi, Alexander. Hello. It's good to see you again. Hi. Hi. Ferrus Manus. Yeah, literally Iron Man. They really named him... No, Iron Hand? Manus is man or hand? I think it might be hand. But it would be funnier if it was Iron Man. You know what I mean? Because then we could stick him in a cave and have him build a big suit, you know? That'd be pretty awesome. Hi, Lionheart. Yes, it means hand. Thank you. Welcome in. Imperial Fists, because Rogal Dorn is a boss. Who's Rogal Dorn? I still haven't watched a lore video yet. The one you guys told me about. What was that lore video you guys were telling me about I should watch? I'm not going to remember any of it because I'm not the type of person who does well just by listening. I have to experience something in order to learn it, which is why I'm trying to play through Warhammer games. I don't do well when people just yap at me. Hi, Heron. 2E to 4E was best. Like D&D? Oh, no, you're talking about the Warhammer tabletop. That would make sense. Welcome in. Varys Manarch and his flagship. Varys Manus and his flagship is called the Fist of Iron. Wow, that's really on the nose, huh? That's crazy. Bricky about to claim another VTuber. What does that mean, Greaser? Who's Bricky? They probably talk. Oh, Bricky's lore video? Oh, so Bricky's the person who made the lore video? I don't like watching other people info dump on. I don't like other people telling me. I just don't. I don't like people telling me lore because I like to discover it myself. I like you guys telling me lore, but sitting down for like 2 hours and listening to somebody else just talk without having a conversation to me about lore is like really boring. I can't do it usually. I'll do it as like a special exception for you guys. Like when we watch the Bricky video, that's going to be a special exception. But usually I don't like people yapping to me about lore that I haven't learned yet. I want to learn it myself. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I feel like I'm spoiling it for myself if I hear somebody else tell me about it or something, you know? Hi, Dragon, welcome in. Yeah, it's kind of ironic. As Sun Tzu once said, you guys wouldn't know this, but there's a ancient space marine named Sun Tzu. And as he once said, your greatest strength will also be your weakness. And my greatest strength is yapping about lore, but it's also my weakness. No, I don't want to read a transcript. I don't retain the information that well. I have to be hands-on about it. Rogal Dorn is a Primarch and the Praetorian of Terra. He has white hair, wears golden armor, and his specialty is fortification. Ivan, I feel like a lot of the really important guys in Warhammer have white hair and wear golden armor. Am I misremembering that? I feel like I remember I played Space Marine 2, and I feel like a lot of the important guys had white hair and like gold all over. So I don't know if I can remember. I'm sorry. I think there's a lot of guys like that. It sounds like school. Yeah, a little bit like school. This is Kettle. Hey, I never said I was I never said that my personality was like logical, okay? I don't decide how my brain works, all right? The acoustics decide, not me. I don't know, man. I don't know. I gotta play 4,000 hours of Oblivion to understand the lore, you know? And that means I'll probably have to play 4,000 hours of Warhammer games to understand the lore. Roko also shows up at the end of books and goes, that's enough having fun, stop it. What? He's like a party pooper? Wait, he's a party pooper? Only 2 of the Primarchs wear golden armor. Oh, like entirely gold? Ah, so dayone, I see. Mars pattern baldness is the true mark of power. Hi, Bubba. What is Mars pattern baldness? What does that mean? Alexander, thank you for becoming a member for 12 months. I really appreciate that. Arigato. Hi, Sister Vi and the Hotties. Hello, welcome into the Order of Cheer. Thank you so much for your support for the Order of Cheer and for the Emperor. I really appreciate you. Arigato. Arigato gozaimasu. Greaser, thank you for becoming a Moon Puncher for 6 whole months in a row. Holy moly. The important guys all wear blue because they are all ultramarine smurfs. Hey. Hey. Hey, what does that mean? Thank you so much. Do you mean like smurfs on the television? Really, really bright blue television smurfs? KNO, thank you so much for the 5 super. Servitor KNO, reporting to Sister Vylett. The lavatories have insufficient posterior wipes. Understood, Servitor KNO. I will retrieve an Adeptus Mechanicus to get on the case immediately. Post haste, chop chop. For now, just wipe with the seals. See those seals up there? Just wipe with those. I know it's heresy, but this is a very important, this is a critical time. Just wipe with the seals. It'll be okay. We need to refresh those anyway. Ultramarines are called Smurfs because of the color. Oh, hi Miffy, welcome in. Oh, so they're like blue? Wait, are sisters of battle blue armor? Because this is kind of blue, but when I saw a picture of it, it was more like silver / like iron. It wasn't blue. Our sister's a battle blue too. They don't look very blue. It looks more like burnished, I guess. Sister's armor is a variety of colors. They have black. Oh, it depends on the order. Ah, so da yo ne. The order of cheer has been recently established, so we haven't decided on a color yet, but I'm thinking like hot magenta. How does everybody like that idea? Like a hot magenta suit of battle armor? Yes? Yes, nod your heads. They can be blue sisters if you want. Ah, so da yo ne. Sisters of battle are usually more drab. Okay, so hot magenta then, yeah? Drab means hot magenta, yes? So Emperor's Children, who's that? Hot magenta sisters. Thank you, Kano. Thank you for the salute. Finally, some respect around here. Hi, BK. Welcome in. Neon brown. That sounds disgusting, Paddington. You guys can have that color. I have hot magenta. Do they get pom-poms? We do have little pom-pom charms that we attach to the base of our gun. So this gun here, you can't see it because I'm not holding it up high enough. But if you were to look at the bottom, I have attached, much like people attach charms to their phones, I've attached like a hot magenta pom-poms to the bottom of this gun. Yes. Hi, Meteor. Hi. Welcome in. Hi. Their Primarch is Fulgrim. Oh, that's a cool name. Fulgrim. Pink and purple are usually Slanesh colors. Oh, really? Okay, well, what about like bright orange then? What about like caution vest roadwork orange? Would that be better? Pom-pom purity seal, precisely. Hi, Cylinder, welcome. Hi, happy Tuesday. He's a giant four-armed snake man with horns. Wow, that sounds like Elden Ring. Holy moly, wait a minute. That's got like a Dark Souls vibe to it. Four-armed snake man with horns? You're telling me that's not Dark Souls coded? What the heck? You can use whichever color you like. Aw, thanks. Thank you, Alexander. You're good with bright orange. Okay, bright orange is the order of cheer. I officially declare it. Bright orange is the order of cheer colors. So if you see a sister wearing bright orange armor, she is of the order of cheer. And you just go to her when you're feeling down and you'll get a little pie and a little pat on the head, and then maybe she'll tell you to wash under your armpits or something, you know? She'll be like, do some self-care, take a shower. Sometimes self-care is a basic shower. Yay! And then she'll go, yippee! And then she'll shoot you with a confetti gun. I really like this order I'm creating, actually. My sister's army's bright orange. Oh, that's cool, Lionheart. That's really cool. Yeah, tactical battle pies. Yeah. The captains are called cheerleaders. Yeah, that's me. I'm a cheerleader of the Order of Cheer. A shower a day keeps the Nurgle away. Haha. He also has white hair. I feel like everybody that's important in Warhammer has white hair. Is this true? Yes or no? You're telling me all the important guys in Warhammer are all gilfs? Does anybody mention that in their lore video, that all the important guys are gilfs? Or mummies? Sacred mummies? Sacred, entombed, enshrined, godlike mummies, in the Emperor's case? A lot of gilfs, yes. Who's the guy in Space Marine 2? Do you guys remember? Calgar. Is that it? Calgary? Cafeteria. Cafeteria Marcus? Is that his name? What's his name, guys? I forgot. Marneus Calgar. Oh, close enough. Cafeteria Marty. Good old Cafeteria Marty. Yeah, so Cafeteria Man, Calgar, he showed up at the end of Space Marine 2 when I was playing it, and I was like, whoa. I was like, wow, where are you going? He showed up and he was like, I'm here now. And I was like, I don't know who you are. And then he was like, I'm gonna go sacrifice myself. And I was like, wait, but you just got here. Anyway, you guys didn't tell me that Warhammer had like 8-foot tall gilfs in it. Wait, how big is the Emperor? Wait. How tall? Wait. If the Space Marines are made out of the Emperor's genetic material, how... And they're like 8 feet tall. Like a Space Marine's like 8 feet tall, right? How tall is the Emperor? The Emperor's size is indeterminate. Like 15 to 20 feet. Big E can be any size. Big E is big. Oh yeah, I love calling him Big E. I think he would like that. Here in the Order of Cheer, we call the Emperor Big E because it would bring a smile to his face. One moment, peasants. I must sip out of my water bag. Hydration. Can't be cheerful if you're not hydrated, you know? Most sources say he's 14 feet tall. Space Marines usually have 2 feet. What? The Emperor can change his height, but he's usually around 7. Wait, but wasn't he a normal human? Wait, wasn't he a normal human before he became Emperor, right? I'm asking for lore. I'm not saying heresy right now. This is just all theoretical, obviously. This is not heretical. We're just talking about lore. The Emperor was not a normal human. He was never normal. He wasn't just... He's a magical... Wait, so he's like... Was he magical from birth? Was he magical from birth, or did he obtain this magic? He can disguise himself. Hi, Vylett. Welcome in. That's really interesting. Wait, so he's an alien? Wait. I don't think I'm understanding this properly, Hotties. He's an alien? Or he's a human? I'm confused. His origins is debated. But I thought he came from Earth, right? We are not sure. He was superhumanly normal. Wait, what? He's more human than humans. What? That doesn't make any sense, Roscoe. He started as a hive mind of Stone Age human psychics. Oh, he's a wizard. Oh, you could have just said he was a wizard. I would have understood that. He's like Gandalf, kind of. He's not human. Gandalf's not human either. But he's very powerful and he's got magic, right? Ancient human shamans performing a ritual. Oh. He's not meant to be understood. Oh, so his origins are like purposefully... There's a lot of different stories about his origins. In order to like... Is that in order to deify him? Usually you see that a lot with... You see that a lot with like cult leaders. Not saying anything heretical here. I'm just saying that with cult leaders, they'll kind of like deify their leader by like mixing up the origin story. Kind of like Julius Caesar, right? Like Alexander the Great had a very his origins are also kind of debated. So I'm wondering if the creators did that to like make him seem more mystical than he actually is. Or if they just haven't settled on an explanation themselves, you know? Gandalf was not born to human parents. That's true. That's true. Gandalf's parents are God or something. Or the archangels, I forget. Games Workshop does not want to provide a single canon story. Ah, that makes sense, Rabin. I can respect that. I can respect that they want to keep the lore open so that people can theorize. That's like the funnest part of any lore IP, is theorizing and stuff. Kind of like the Joker. Hey, donuts. That's heresy. Cocks a gun. That's heresy. Burn. Burn. The Emperor is not like the Batman, the Joker. How dare you? I'll tolerate a lot of heresy, but not that. Hi, Cranberry. Hi. Gandalf is the human form of what's basically an angel. So that's the Emperor then, right? He's the human form of what's basically a psychic wizard. Yeah, and a concrete answer isn't always as satisfying. It's kind of like in horror movies where the monster is you know, where the monster is scarier before it's been revealed. At least for me. Are you guys like that? If you ever watch scary movies, it's like I'm more scared of the monster before I see it than I am after I see it usually, you know? I feel like, am I the only one? Maybe I might be the only one that feels like that. But yeah, once you know something, it becomes less scary, I guess, or like less interesting sometimes. His name is Neoth, as revealed by a character in the Horus Heresy novels. Oh, Neoth? Like Neoth? Meowth? Meowth from Pokemon? Sorry, Emperor. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make people laugh and cheer them up. Please don't smite me for heresy. I'm just part of the order of cheer. Please don't smite me for heresy. Hi, Trulian, something like that? Okay, maybe I'm on the right track then. Hi, Kobo, welcome in. For the Emperor, it's good to see you. Seeing the monster, yeah, seeing the monster makes it less scary. I agree, Veiled. It always makes it less scary to me. Neoff, hi, Patreonic. Oh, I'm saying it wrong. Neoff. No, I'm scared all the time of the monster. You don't have to be scared of the monster, Hotties. Cock's gun. I've got a flamethrower right here. Actually, this is a bolter. But it also turns into a flamethrower. Don't ask how. Doctor Who is another British IP. Wait, is Warhammer a British IP? I didn't know that. Because D&D was a tabletop game. But that's an American IP, right? Is Warhammer British? Oh, that makes sense why they all have British accents in the game then. That makes sense. Ah, so da yo ne. Wait, if everybody has British accents in the game, does that mean the British are the only ones who survived to make it to space? I don't know. There's some troubling implications here. Like how, what? Huh? Bryce Hill, thank you for the 5. Super. Funny you should mention Alexander the Great, because that's literally Big E in the 40k lore. He's taken on multiple guises through the years. Oh, so the Emperor was Alexander the Great, who started leading armies at the age of 14? That's so cool. That makes sense, though. Kieran, thank you for becoming a Moon Puncher for 5 months in a row. Arigato. I think Vylett would like the Ultramarines since their insignia is basically a reverse toilet seat. Isn't that just a horseshoe, Kieran? I don't like toilets. You guys are weird. I don't need toilets with this big suit. Let's just put it that way, okay? I don't need toilets. I've evolved past toilets. By the Emperor's grace, I do not need to sit down and take a crap anymore. The suit takes care of it for me, you know? Not bloody likely. Wait, why are we talking British in the chat? Why are we saying bloody? Hi, Rapscallion, welcome in. It means the British had an impact on Lower Gothic. Ah, so da yo ne. I'm 22, by the way. The Emperor probably. Nah, the Emperor probably, his age is probably exactly 22. Wait, does he actually age? Okay, wait. So he's taken on multiple guises throughout the years. Is this guy like? Is he reincarnating? Or does his body die but his psychic cloud remains? Is that what I'm hearing? His body dies but his psychic cloud remains, and then his psychic cloud, does it possess, is Big E possessing people like a ghost? He's a perpetual, he doesn't age. Wait, but then how is he Alexander the Great? Because Alexander the Great is like going on record that he started leading armies when he was 14 years old. So like, wait, wait, what? Oh, he can change his form. Oh, that's right. Yeah, and Alexander died and he got mummified in Alexandria. His body was mummified in the mausoleum in Alexandria. You can make people see him different ways. Ah, okay. So he's like a shape-shifting psychic wizard man. Okay, that's a lot of powers. Is there anything he can't do? I bet he can't bake as well as I can. I bet he can't bake a pie as well as I can. Yeah, sure, you can manifest an apple custard pie. But that's not as fun as making it, huh? Yeah, I bet you didn't have any fun making it. He didn't get to lick the custard spoon. That's so sad. That's so sad. Can't be a good father? That's also sad, Kobo. Welcome in. He can't get off the golden throne. He can't be a good... He's a terrible father? He can't be a good father to his son. He's kind of an asshole to individual. Wait, how do we know he's an asshole? Wait. He's been... Wait. Oh, so like there's records of his personality before? So wait. Is this guy like Dr. Manhattan? Wait a minute. Is this guy like Dr. Manhattan where he's like jaded and like nasty because he's lived so many lives? Is he like just not a nice dude? Or not even nice, is he just not like... He's like, it's like a vampire situation, right? Where you live so many years that you actually give up on humanity and stuff. There are books that happen leading into the Horus Heresy where we see the Emperor. Oh, you guys, oh, so he has actual written dialogue. Interesting, Maka, welcome in. Huh. He's a pretty terrible dad. There's a god darn library of records, all right. What? The Library of Alexandria, maybe? Cappy, hi! Thank you for the resub. Thank you so much for 7 months. Holy moly. Welcome in. Arigato. Welcome. I am Vylett Moonheart, and I am a sister of the Order of Cheer. How are you today? The Horus Heresy books is 40 plus books of how he is a bad father. 40 books? No way. How long are each of those books? How long are those books? Like, I'm thinking, like, what? Like, 100 pages? 200? Are they, like, big? Are they big books? They are novels. Yeah, a novel is usually 60,000 words. Probably around 400 pages each. Okay, so more like 100,000 words, then. Yeah, that sounds like 120,000 words. That sounds like... The last few go over 1,000 pages. 1,000? Whoa. Are they actually like brick and mortar published? Is it like actual published books, or is it just 1,000 pages on Kindle? The audiobooks are around 9 hours. No way. No way. He loves humanity as a group more than anybody else, but he's willing to sacrifice individual humans without batting an eye. That sounds rough, Lemuro. Next, you're going to tell me that the Emperor was actually Machiavelli, the prince. The Emperor is a very ambitious person. He had to sacrifice something for his goals of saving humanity. It sounds like he keeps sacrificing. It sounds like he never stopped sacrificing. You would think at some point the sacrifice would have to stop, otherwise you're going to lose all your people. But I guess not. There are paper versions. Ah, so they have their own publishing company. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Huh. I had no idea. Hi, Kisteni. He may have been a bad dad, but he is the best father. Yes, bless him and praise be. All of this is to understand him. This yapping of his lore is in order to understand him better, and therefore love him even more. Praise be the Emperor, Hotties. He loves humanity's potential more than what humanity is. That's so strange. I feel like, is he really the only guy? Is he the only psychic wizard that we have? Is there another psychic wizard? Did he have like a brother or something? I'm in the process of making you a Christmas present. Oh, thank you, Kay. I appreciate that. There are functionally unlimited humans. Oh, that's right, because humanity spread across the entire universe. That's true. But yeah, that still sucks, though. The Emperor is very Machiavellian. Yes, very true, Rice. Yeah. He has his friend Malcador. Malcador? Who's that? Malcador? He's the biggest psychic wizard. Oh, the most powerful. He had a super wizard son, but he went... Wait, what happened to his super wizard son? Oh, that's the Horus Heresy, isn't it? Oh, I'm starting to understand. Did you see? I pieced it together in my head. His super wizard son is the Horus Heresy, right? Malcador made the Inquisition. Oh, that's good to know, Bubba. Malcador is his Merlin. Okay, I can understand that. He was a bad dad to Magnus. His super wizard son was Magnus the Nerd. Wait, what happened to Magnus? Wait, what happened to him? Nobody ever talks about him in Rogue Trader or, like, Space Marine. In the video games, nobody... I haven't heard about this guy. He got tricked by Tzeentch because his dad bullied him. Oh, no. What happened to his wizard son is him being a terrible father. Yeah, Crude Manor. Yeah. Magnus did nothing wrong. Magnus did everything wrong. Okay, I'm getting conflicting reports on the Emperor's son. Hi, Bob. Welcome in. Magnus is the Primarch of the Thousand Suns, the chapter you fight in Space Marine 2. The Primarch of the Thousand Suns. Who is that? Oh! Oh! The Tzeentch Space Marines at the end of Space Marine 2? Oh, those guys? Oh, he's the leader of that, guys? Oh, okay. So he's serving under Tzeentch. Yikes. Okay, so he got mad at Dad and was like, Dad, you're such a jerkhole. I'm gonna go side with your mortal enemy, I guess. Okay, understood. Well, I mean, I have to say, I'm a little disappointed, but he probably had his reasons, right? Like, I'm sure that the Emperor is humanity's father, but he's maybe not the best father. You know what I mean? Tzeentch is the chaos god of the nerds. True, Doodle, let him know. Tzeentch is the chaos god of nerds and math majors and anybody who relies on RNG and luck. And numbers, like engineers and coders and IT people. He's the god of nerds. Hi, Slippy. Welcome in. Magnus did the best he could given the information he had at the time. Ah, so dayone. How old was Magnus when he did this betrayal? How old was Magnus when all of this happened? I'm curious to know how old he was. Bob, thank you for the resub with Prime for 12 months in a row. Arigato. 12 months. Also, if you remember, there's a dreadnought near the end of Space Marine 2 that asks, is Magnus here? Because that big old machine wanted to fight that big red demon. Oh, kind of? I kind of remember that. Thank you so much. Arigato. Yeah, I very vaguely... The dreadnought is like the guy... The dreadnought, is that this giant robot with the person inside it that is basically dead, but they're going to serve the Emperor till the end? Is that the... Am I thinking about this right? Those are the giant robots with the people in it that are basically dead, right? Yes. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm learning. Age-wise, he was at least a couple 100 years old. Wait, so he was 100 years old and he didn't... Okay. I don't know if I can forgive that. I was going to say if he was like 21 or 22 or like 19 when it happened, I was going to be like, yeah, it makes sense that you want to, you know, like you're young, you don't know much. You try to rebel against your dad, you know, like you know what I mean? Like that would make sense, but hundreds of years old, I don't know if I can write that one off, guys. Hi, Leggett, welcome in. Hi, how are you? Vylett, sibling of combat. Hello, sibling of combat. I am from the Order of Cheer. Yes, I've just established a new order in the Battle Sisters of Battle called the Order of Cheer, and I'm here to cheer you up. Hi. Hi. Make sure to wash your butt crack. That'll cheer you up. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very cheerful when I don't have any crust. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, I'm talking very Nurgle-like. I apologize. That's not very Emperor of me like to... But you know what? The Order of Cheer is all about making people smile. And laugh. Yes, hubris applies to everyone. That is true, Zane. Hubris is a hell of a Dr. Ugg. That's very true. Sorry, I don't mean to sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just convinced that nobody knows how to wipe their butt correctly. That's all. Okay? I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just worried about you guys. I'm worried. I'm concerned. Okay? Anyway, guys, can I tell you about my pie I baked today? Now that we've talked about Dookie, can we talk about the pie that I made today? Hey, stop saying ew. Listen to the pie I made. Okay, so today as a sister of cheer, a sister of battle order of cheer. I made a pie, and so the first order of business, the castle, the space station did not smell very good this morning. So I did a little cheat code, and this is a little cheat code that you guys can do at home as well. And it's very the emperor would approve of this, I think. So basically, you take a saucepan. It can be any saucepan. It just has something that can go on the stove, and then you fill it with a little bit of water. Well, actually, a lot of water. Like, I would say like probably a kettle of water, maybe like 3 or 4 cups. And then you can put whatever you want in it. My go-to recipe is cinnamon sticks. Okay, write this down. 1 cinnamon stick or 2. Some cranberries, dried cranberries will do just fine. If you don't have cranberries, you can do lemon slices. That is also good smelling. Cinnamon sticks, lemon slices, a bit of vanilla extract. And then if you have ginger root, not the ginger powder. You can put ginger powder in, it's just not going to smell as strongly. And then you slice up some ginger root and throw that in there. And so then you're going to simmer that on very, 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 very low. And what that does is it releases a lot of really good smelling. It makes your space station smell really good to counter Nurgle's stench. It makes your whole space station smell really good. So, but it also, you can just toss it when you're done. You can toss you pour the water out. Make sure you don't burn it. You have to keep checking the water levels, make sure the water's fine. But you can keep that going for a couple hours on very low. And then when you're done with it, you can toss it out. Or I've decided to use it in my pie. So it's actually quite a good pie base, like cinnamon and all that stuff is very good for apple pie. So I took a little bit of the water. It like melted down into this jelly-like substance. So I scooped up a lot of the water and the jelly water, and I put it in a little cup, and then I'm going to use it to bake the apples and then I made some custard, and then I put it in the fridge. So yeah, I got to reuse the water, which is, you don't normally do because it's not really good for anything. You can drink it. It's perfectly safe to drink. And it tastes pretty good too. But yeah, so I'm going to be making an apple custard pie tonight. And I made the whole house smell good at the same time. I mean, the whole space station. Yeah. So anyway, that's my pie I'm making tonight. Oh, and I accidentally grabbed gluten-free crusts. I don't know if any of the Emperor's children in here are gluten-free types. But I accidentally grabbed pre-frozen gluten-free crust. Here's the thing, hotties. Yes, is making a pie crust very impressive? Yes. Would the Emperor praise you for that? Yes. But the thing is, even the best bakers in the world, I'm telling you right now, I baked my entire life. Even the best bakers in the world, they do not make all of their pie crust from scratch. Okay? There's nothing wrong with buying store-bought pie crust. Hi, Lady Saffron. Hi, welcome in. There's nothing wrong with buying store-bought pie crust. Even the best bakers buy store-bought pie crust. So just buy the store-bought pie crust, okay? Make your life easier. Yes, it's impressive that you can make a pie crust from scratch. But just listen, it's just easier on your life, okay? All right? Yeah, nobody got time for that. Emperor's children, question mark? What do you mean, Meteor? Aren't we all the Emperor's children? Or am I getting that wrong? Anyway, that's my pie rant today. I'm making an apple custard pie, Lady Saffron. I wish I could give you guys some. Ginger root and what else? Ginger root and cinnamon sticks or cinnamon powder and cranberries and lemon slices. Yeah, and vanilla extract. And then you just simmer that really, 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 really low for a long time. The Emperor's children is a specific traitor space marine. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. Did I say Emperor's children? My bad. I didn't know that they were evil. I didn't know they were evil. Is the top of the pie all crust? No, it's going to be an open-faced pie. Because the custard needs to get custardy, so it's got to be an open-faced pie. Otherwise, the moisture from the evaporating custard would make the pie wet inside if you cover it. You mail me some pie, I'll mail you some Kaiser Schmarrn. What's Kaiser Schmarrn? Oh, is that what you showed me, Lady Saffron? Yeah, Lady Saffron's been sending me pictures of the food she's been eating. She's currently in Germany, and she's been sending me pictures of the food she's eating. And it looks really good. You guys got some good, like, desserts. It's a lot of cream and bread, I've noticed. Is that true? A lot of cream in bread, but I feel like that's true for a lot of Europe. Gluten-free kind of sucks. Yeah, we'll see if the pie crust is good. It should be okay. Like, I looked at the ingredients. It should be fine. It's gonna taste a little bit different, but that's all. Have you ever tried to make cobbler? Yeah, Cosmonaut. I love cobbler. Cobbler is way easier than pie. The fun part about cobbler is you can use oats as a base rather than flour. You use flour, but like oats is the base of cobbler. So it's one of my favorites. Much easier, and it's very delicious. Kaiserschmarrn with raspberry or strawberry compote is amazing. Am I saying that right? Kaiserschmarrn? That sounds really good with compote, Kano. Yeah. The Emperor's children are the 3rd Legion and are followers of Slanesh. So da yo ne. Okay, so mega bad guys. Yeah, oats and cobbler is really good. I've heard good things about German bread. Yeah, I've heard good things about German cheese and bread and beer. Beeru. I don't drink beer personally. I think it tastes quite nasty. But if there's any beer lovers out there, can you confirm if German beer is good? Is it really good? Is it worth like a trip to Germany for just the beer? German bread and sausages. Ooh, I forgot that they make really good sausages. I forgot. The Germans are a wheat and dairy people. That's fair. They're not corn-based. I cannot find any corn. Oh, that's so weird. That makes sense, though. In America, we make a lot of corn. Do you drink mead? Yes, I actually occasionally, when it's in season. I feel like mead is more like a winter drink, so usually I drink it then, but I don't drink very often. If I do, it's either wine or mead. Honey mead, specifically. I don't really like any of the type of mead. It's not sweet enough. Hi, Nelf. Corn? You're not going to find any corn here, heretic. Be gone with ye. Hi, Isai. Welcome in. Hi. You can get German beer in the US. Oh, can you? I got a German hot dog, but it didn't have any buns. It was just the worst. Badum tish. Hey, don't you have homework to do? Don't you have homework you should be doing? Okay, go do your homework. Schnitzel. Ooh, yeah, schnitzel's like really... Schnitzel is when you beat the meat really finely and thinly, right? And then you deep fry it, and then you have like cranberry jam and stuff on the side. Cornflakes, part of a healthy, nutritious breakfast. I would eat that. I would actually eat that. I would be consuming my enemies. It wouldn't be heresy if I was consuming my enemies and destroying them with my stomach acid. Most bulk beers are based on German beers, but heavily watered down. Really, Asai? I didn't know that. German beer law is the oldest food law in the world. Hi, Apostle. What's the German beer law? What's that? Welcome in. Lingonberry jam. Oh, that's right. They like lingonberries. That's right. I don't know if I've ever had lingonberry before. Corn loses its heresy when you break it into cornbread. Trust. Yeah, like what if you make a cornbread and it's just like blood red, and then you cut it open and then there's like little skulls inside, but they're like the kernels of the corn? That'd be really funny. That'd be really funny. That's a good idea. Hi, Florian. Welcome in. The Reinheitsgebot says you can only put hops, water, and malt into beer. Oh, it limits what ingredients you can put into beer. Interesting. Hi, Prima. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Hello. I'm sipping from my water sack again. Ah. It was decreed in 1540. Ah, so Diane. This one right here, Inquisitor. What? What? You don't think baking cornbread and then eating it and digesting him? I'm destroying him as per the Emperor's wishes with my stomach acid. Lingonberry from PewDiePie's G Fuel. That doesn't sound very good, BK. Was it a good flavor? What does it taste like? I don't really like... I'm not a G Fuel fan. I'm not a powdered drinks fan, typically. Did it taste good? Was it like raspberry-ish? Describe the flavor to me. Corn skernels. Yeah. Hi, Fruits. Welcome in. Hi. Yeah, hydration is very important. Anyway, I hope you guys have been staying nice and warm. It's getting really cold where I am. We're going to get snow and frost here, I think, tonight. So I felt very festive. And so I baking a pie, you know, going to spread the cheer around to the station by giving pieces of pie to everybody. Let's see. What else have I been up to recently? I found a fun science fact. Found a sun science fact. A sun science fact. Sorry, that was dyslexia talking. It tastes extra linguine. It tastes like sweeter cranberries. Oh. So ne. Yeah, the weather's been flip-flopping, Isaac. I know. You had snow last night. Let's go, Dad. Was it pretty? Was it the pretty kind? Not the slushy kind? Hi, Basement. We had rain all day here. I suffer from seasonal depression and winter's my enemy, sadly. Yeah, I feel that, Basement. I feel that. Make sure, I don't know if you do you have a UV lamp already? Back when I lived in a basement, a UV lamp, like a basement in the middle of the city, a UV lamp really helped me get through winter. So if you don't have one already, please do get one because it does genuinely help. Just a couple minutes under the UV lamp and... Is it UV? I think it's UV, right? Anyway, it's UV safe. It's the safe kind of UV. It's the kind that like mimics sunlight. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that. That's for all of you guys. If you suffer from seasonal depression, I also have the same thing. So a UV lamp really helps. It's not a cure-all, obviously. I'm not saying it's gonna cure everything, but it gives a little bit more pep in your step, you know? Nope, it's slush. Ah. Can you have a quick rundown on how you would make a blueberry cobbler? Oh yeah, sure. You guys want to know my blueberry cobbler recipe? Yeah, hop in the winter tanning bed. You have those lamps? Okay, good, Basement. That's good to hear. Hi, Chronically. Welcome in. You came just in time. I'm about to explain my blueberry cobbler recipe to you guys. Okay, so step 1, fresh blueberries. If you can't get fresh, frozen is just as good. A lot of times people have biases. They're like, ew, frozen fruit. Wrong. Frozen fruits and vegetables are packed at the peak of their freshness typically. So a lot of times frozen stuff is actually better than fresh stuff because sometimes fresh berries or whatever aren't in season. So I would recommend frozen blueberries. The problem with frozen blueberries is that there's a lot of water content in them. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to rinse the berries off in cold water and just keep rinsing them. And then I would say like for like 3 minutes until they feel like a little bit like normal berries again. And then I would dry them off with a paper towel. So the thing with baking is you don't want any extra water. You want to be very careful with how much of everything you're putting in, including water. So a lot of people just be like, oh yeah, wet berries, it's fine. And then their entire dish gets ruined. Or it's not like what they thought it would be, right? So I would go with frozen berries. Make sure you rinse them and pat them dry. And then you're going to put them in like a casserole dish. Put them down in a casserole dish. I would pour a little bit of vanilla extract over them and probably brown sugar, a mix of brown sugar and white sugar. And then pour that over the berries and then mix that all together so that the berries are like, you know, kind of sugary and stuff. Now, the problem with sugar is the moment you start mixing the berries and sugar together, the sugar is going to start drawing the water out of the berries because sugar is a desiccant. You guys know what a desiccant is, right? It's just like salt, actually. You can cure things in sugar, believe it or not. Desiccants are just things that remove water, and therefore water is where bacteria lives. So you can actually cure things in sugar, just like you can salt. Not a lot of people know that. So yeah. So sugar is a desiccant. So the blueberries are going to get really soggy. They're going to start like smooshing water. So you want to make sure that you have your oats mixture ready, maybe before you do the berries. So the oats mixture goes like this. You're going to get like a half a cup of oatmeal. Any type of oatmeal is fine. Steel rolled, you know. I wouldn't do like Quaker oatmeal packets because they have added stuff in them usually. But just plain regular oatmeal. You learned something today? Yay! Yeah. So yeah, plain regular oatmeal. Then you're gonna mix, I would say like a half a stick. I'm not too good with measurements. I do everything by the eye, so I don't really measure things. I should though. I would say like a cup of oats. It depends on how many berries you have, but if we're doing a casserole dish, I would do like a cup and a half of oats to 2 cups, and then 1 stick of butter. And then I would do some more brown sugar in there and then a little bit of flour. I would say like maybe like 1/4 of a cup of flour, maybe a half cup of flour. And then mix all that together, and the butter, it's going to make like these little pebbles, little delicious cobbler pebbles. And then it should be, the texture should be like rough sand, basically, like wet sand. It's kind of got clumps, but it's still a little bit like, you know, crumbly. And then you're gonna pour that over, or you're gonna spread that. The butter should be room temp, by the way. It's not cold butter, not melted butter. Just leave your butter stick out for like a couple hours, and that's room temp butter. So they use room temp butter. And then you pour that little pebble mixture over the top of the blueberries, and then you bake it at 375 for like 25 minutes, 30 minutes. And there you go. Yeah, cat litter consistency. Hi, Goose, welcome in. I got the Bolter and the Power Armor. I sure do. How you doing? Yeah, silica gel is also a desiccant meteor. You're right, yeah. But sugar, not a lot of people know that sugar is a desiccant, so I like telling people that little fact. Hi, Alice, welcome in. Fresh produce is also the pretty looking stuff. Yes, precisely. To sell fresh produce, people will often buy the stuff that looks pretty, so the farmers will pick it earlier, and then it'll taste worse. So yeah, frozen fruit, you can't really go wrong with frozen fruit and vegetables, to be honest. Skin, thank you so much for the 5. Super, arigato. Welcome in. How are you today? Yeah, soften that butt. Exactly. So that's my cobbler recipe. I hope you enjoy it. You can also add little spices here and there if you want allspice or cinnamon. You can add that. Any spices you think might taste nice, go ahead, experiment. Have fun with baking. The best part of baking is having fun with it and doing it yourself. I actually was really proud of myself because in order to make the custard, I needed exactly 2 cups of milk. So I went to the Wolf store. I went to the Emperor store, and I just like looked at all the milks that were available, and I was like, I need something that's small, not a full gallon of milk, because I don't usually buy milk. I'm not very lactose. Other than cheese, I don't really eat much dairy. So I was like, I need 2 cups exactly of milk. So I was looking at all the cartons available, and I grabbed one. I was like, this seems like it would be fine. And I got home, and guess how much it was? That's right, exactly 2 cups of milk. My eye for baking ingredients is incredible. I can't measure to save my life, but I know when something is enough or not enough, you know? Anyway, I was really proud of myself. Hi, ZATSU, welcome in. Hi. Anyway, this is the content you signed up for, right? Like me yapping about how proud I am that I can grab milk off a shelf. Yeah, such skill. The Emperor store has the best deals. It does, but you have to sacrifice 1 psyker every time you walk in. Yeah, lots of interesting bits of trivia tonight. I'm glad you enjoy them. Sister of the bakery. No, I'm the sister of cheer, Stanley. I've established a new sister of battle order called the Order of Cheer. Welcome in. Hi. Doesn't milk say how many cups are in it? Yeah, but I didn't look at the fine print. I didn't look at that at all. I just grabbed it and left. I was that confident. I'm doing good. How are you? I think Vylett would really enjoy Chef John of Food Wishes. Growing up as a young wolf, I did watch a lot of... Do you guys know of the Space Marine Alton Brown? Do you know of the Space Marine named Alton Brown? I did watch a lot of his cooking shows on the Food Network. And he's kind of a curmudgeon. He's like, you know, like he's great. Don't get me wrong. He's very knowledgeable, but he's also like a bit of a curmudgeon. So like that's his kind of like character trope. So yeah, I used to watch a lot of him, and I used to be really scared of baking because he was always like, you need to measure everything precisely. And it definitely helps. Don't get me wrong. But it's honestly, it's more fun, you know, when you do it by eye. But that's just me. That's just me. I'm also not doing baking for like, you know, the extremely beautiful Instagram baking where you need everything to be perfect. You know, I'm only baking for myself, so there's not a lot of pressure there if I fail. Yeah, he's a master of the culinary order. Precisely. Sister of the Velveeta. No, the brother of Velveeta is Guy Fieri. Yeah, there is no sister of the Velveeta who has that. Maybe Paula. I don't think there's any Food Network host that has like a Velveeta crown. Maybe Paula. I don't know. Chef John's a friendly old man. Ah. He knows food. Yeah, he definitely knows food, Alice. Yeah, and that's all I go to for Food Network hosts. That's all I go to. Is the fun science fact. Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me, Roscoe. Okay, so fun science fact, guys. Did you know that raccoons are domesticating themselves? There's like elementary evidence. It's very, very, very elementary. It's in its basic stages. But there's evidence that raccoons are also actually domesticating themselves. Now, did you guys see that? Wasn't that cool? Wasn't that cool? The data's a little bit iffy. I talked to some of my biology friends, and they were like, "Yeah, that's a little bit iffy, but it's still, it's still there." So yeah, apparently raccoons are starting to domesticate themselves. Hi, Ranji, welcome in. I'm a sister of yapping indeed. Hello, how are you today? The old adage is that cooking is art and baking is science. That is very true. That is very true. I feel like cooking, I don't know. I feel like it's really important not to get too uppity about cooking or baking, right? Like, it's important not to lose sight of what cooking and baking is, which is feeding people, I think there's like a level of cooking that you can get to where you sap all the joy out of it by turning it into an art rather than just something people eat. But yeah, I think I don't know. That's why Michelin star chefs are so impressive to me. Because to get Michelin stars, you have to consider the customer. You have to consider, is it good to eat? There's so many factors that go into making a dish that people will like. Is it nice to look at? One, is it fun to eat? Right? Is it crunchy? Is it soft on the inside once you get past the crunch? Is it slimy? Is it, there's so many factors you have to consider from a customer's point of view. That makes a good dish. That makes a famous dish. Did you guys know that actually the chocolate lava cake, do you guys know about chocolate lava cakes? That actually came from a Michelin star restaurant. And it became so popular from the Michelin star restaurant, it kind of bled down into, the everyday layman's life. And so that's why we have chocolate lava cake everywhere. Yeah, it became because of like a French Michelin chef. I forget his name, but he's in the French countryside somewhere. The best dessert is one with enemies baked in it. Exactly. That's why I'm having my cornbread with extra skull and blood. Yummy. Yeah, you need to make the Michelin man like you enough, which seems really tough, Joltik. Welcome in. Hi. Hi, Travis. Good to see you again. My dad had like 5 pet raccoons, and they all chose him. They would hang out with him. Oh, that's so cute. 5 of them. That's basically a gang. That's incredible. Yeah, the peasants can enjoy chocolate lava cake now. I've never had one of those. I think you would like it, Lamar. I think I don't know, if you are a chocolate lover, if you like chocolate at all, I think a chocolate lava cake is a very unique experience. And I think you should try it because you might like it. Yeah, Domino's. Now Domino's sells the chocolate lava cake. So it just goes to show how if a dish is good enough, right? If a dish is popular enough and like if it's well thought out enough, and it'll become super popular because humans kind of all have the same wants from food, right? They want to feel comforted by food, they want it to taste good, and they want to feel satisfied afterwards, right? So those are basic principles with cooking that you should always think about when you're cooking, even for yourself, even if it's just for yourself. Like for me personally, if I'm making like the most basic dish I'll make for myself is like rice. But I'll put like a can of tuna on top of it. And now that sounds miserable, right? Just like naked tuna and rice. Like tuna by itself is not necessarily tasty. It's kind of a little bit dry. Doesn't really have enough there. So I'll put a little mayonnaise in the tuna, and have some, and that's I love that meal. I'll have that meal at least once a week. Just rice and tuna with mayo. And maybe some cucumbers on the side. But like you have to consider like what makes a dish good and fun to eat, Usually it's butter. Usually the answer is oil, which is why when you go out to eat, it's so delicious. It's because the restaurant, here's the number one thing I learned. Restaurants don't care about your arteries, and that's a good thing. Like 99% of all restaurants are just using more butter than God has in his, the emperor has in his entire stash. Like they're putting butter on butter on butter, and it tastes incredible and it tastes really good, and there's a reason for that. It's because they don't care about your arteries. that's why going out to eat is a treat every once in a while for me. Warm chocolate fudge cake sounds really good, Rapscallion. Yeah, ice cream. Yeah, sometimes the best recipes are the simplest ones, Wasn't it made by accident? Yeah, I think it was, Bestitude. The chocolate lava cake was an accident. I think he was trying to make a souffle or something like that. Twice I've had one get trapped in my garbage can and it didn't go well at the time. Yeah, raccoons are wily little guys. Yeah, but they are domesticating themselves, which is really interesting. Cause like, it's cool that they're domesticating themselves when like in Siberia, if you guys don't know, in Siberia, they have this program. I think it's been shut down now. But there's this program to domesticate foxes. And it's very well documented. And it's been going on for a long time. And they're trying to domesticate foxes over Siberia, Mongolia, one of those two. But it's taking a long time. Like it's happening, but it's like it's a very slow process. So it's interesting that raccoons are just kind of doing it naturally, you know what I mean? Without like a whole ton of effort being put in. Krasy, thank you for the 5 super. Coziest Warhammer stream ever. Sorry guys, yeah. I didn't mean to make it super cozy, but I do like yapping about food with you guys. I know that you only get corpse starch, but I get things like apples and pies because I'm a sister of cheer. The Emperor loves me. He gives me pies. And little roasts and things. Yeah, so actually domestication in foxes, it turns their ears floppy. And actually, believe it or not, there's like a aesthetic bell curve for domesticated features in animals, and that applies to humans too, by the way. Animals that domesticate themselves tend to have floppier ears, like their eyes get bigger, and they're, you know, like cats. Think about cats. It's basically what happens to most domesticated animals, including horses, which is really interesting. Their eyes get bigger. Domesticated horses, their eyes are bigger than their wild counterparts, and stuff like that. So that's really crazy to me. That's really crazy to think that there's like a physical thing happening with domestication, you know? Hi, Spooky. Yeah, physiognomy. Yeah, I said that wrong. Sorry. Physiognomy. In some regions, foxes are trying to get domesticated lately. Really, Kensho? I didn't know that. There's this great clip from Anthony Bourdain where he's cooking carrots, and the secret is a shitload of sugar and butter. Yeah, Anthony Bourdain was also really good. I should watch more of Bourdain's stuff. I have his cookbook. I have one of his cookbooks before he passed. But I should watch more of the show that he made, because that seemed really fun. It seemed really good. It seemed really like a well-measured exploration of food across the world, you know? Yeah, the chibification of animals. Hi, Sue. Welcome in. That's so cool. Congratulations to your aunt. We call that neoteny. What's that? Neoteny? What big eyes you have, Wolf Girl. Hey, I'm not domesticated, okay? Yeah, basically they turn into anime, I guess. I don't know. You can tell Vi is feral because of her non-floppy ears, but massive eyes. My eyes are very small, thank you very much. It could be so much worse. Trust me. It could be so much worse. My eyes are tiny compared to some people I've seen, some VTubers I've seen. Look at how small they are. Look. Can't even see them. Yeah, I enjoy most cooking shows too, Chunky. Yeah, I don't know. We've talked about watching Julia Childs together on the because I really like Julia Child's old cooking, like not black and white, but you know what I mean, like very retro, the retro style of the cooking shows of the olden times. So neoteny is having childlike features in adulthood. So that makes sense. Okay. It's like how some people say that you look younger than you are, you know? Vylett is the Seratus version of Bobby Flay. Not Bobby! Reggie, why'd you have to choose Bobby? Why'd you have to choose Bobby? Have I told you guys the story about when I find myself traveling for wolf work and I stay in hotels? Have I told you about the Bobby Flay story? I always see Bobby Flay show up on my TV, and every time I do, it's to see him get... There's this one show, I forget what it's called, but it's like something with Bobby Flay, maybe? Anyway, I usually, when I go to wolf hotels for work, I usually watch Guy Fieri's Drivers, Dine-Ins, and Dives, right? Like, that's my #1 show. Coco, thank you for the raid. Hi, guys. Welcome in. Hi. How are you? Ruff and tough. My name is Vylett Moonheart, and today I'm a sister of battle from the Order of Cheer. Welcome in, everyone. We're yapping in a Warhammer space station. I made this background myself. Pretty impressive stuff, huh? Well, I put it all together, if you know what I mean. Hi, guys. Hi. Welcome in. Hi. Yeah, so I'm talking about when I go for my wolf work, I have to stay in wolf hotels, right? They're usually much smaller than human hotels. And so on the TV, like, you know, hotel television, right? I never had cable growing up. So really the only time I've interacted with cable television is in hotels and stuff. So I will always watch diners, drive-ins, and dives. And I will leave Guy Fieri on the TV while I'm in the hotel room because it just makes me feel better. You know, he's like my emotional support guy. And then in between the diners, drive-ins, and dives, they'll put on Beat Bobby Flay. And let me say this. I'm sure Bobby Flay's a nice guy, but there's just something about him, man. Every time I see him come on the screen, I'm like, beat him, beat Bobby Flay. It's these different chefs going up against Bobby Flay, and I never want him to win. Every time he wins, I boo at the screen. I will boo at the screen until, you know what I mean? Like, if he wins, I'm just like, boo, boo, Bobby Flay, boo. More like boo. Bobby Flay, more like boo Flay. Hi, Grandma, welcome in. Yeah, you're currently playing Space Marine 2. That's awesome. Welcome in. Hi. I like that game. That was a very fun game. Yeah, Flay Bobby Flay alive in Minecraft. Beat him. Beat him. Destroy him. Hi, Jeff. Welcome in. Hi, how are you? Hi, Coco. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. If you got a raid and want to get yourself some food and water, I understand. I hope that your Bloodborne stream is good. I stopped in and I was watching you for a little bit, and it seems like you were having fun. Yeah. I feel the same about Jamie Oliver. Oh, Jamie Oliver? Yeah, he's like the very posh one, right? He's like the very posh one. I think I remember talking to a British person once and they're like, I don't like Jamie Oliver. And I was like, you know what? I trust you on that. He's one of your people, so I trust you. Wild Game Kitchen. I've never heard of that one, Steven. I've never heard of that one before. Wolf Hotel, isn't that just sleeping in the bushes outside? No, Spaghetti. We got hotels too, okay? We got hotels just as good as yours. Vi has Food Network access as a requirement for all of her contracts. True. If the Wolf Hotel doesn't have the Food Network, I'm not interested in going. A so-called British person. What does that mean, Lex? Welcome in. Violet got that Jamie Oliver jealousy. No, I'm just saying, like, the one British person I met, they were like, hey, I don't really like Jamie Oliver. And I was like, all right, that's fair. I'll trust you. Tiny doggo hotels. Yeah. Well, no, that's for dogs. Wolf hotels are a little bigger than dog hotels. Jamie is scared of bacon. Wait, he's actually scared of bacon? For real? And he's a chef? How can you be scared of bacon and be a chef? Bacon is delicious. I don't really like eating pigs because they're too intelligent, but I will cave every once in a while for a nice strip of bacon. You know what I'm saying? If given the opportunity, how would you beat Bobby? With a mallet? Next question. Hi, Carlo. Hi. Yeah, I would beat it. Well, I don't know about... Hey, pretend I didn't say that, okay? Pretend I didn't say that. I will never forgive Jamie Oliver for what he did to Turk. Hey, what does that mean, Alaska? I'm scared to ask what that means. I'm scared to say that word. It looks like a code phrase. It looks like an activation code phrase for a sleeper agent. Hi. Jammy olive oil. He really likes olive oil. Yeah, I remember that about him, Greaser. He's afraid of food having taste. Oh, I see. Okay, so he's like he's not a fan. He's a bit of a snob about how food is handled. Ah, so then. He down-talked chicken nuggets. Did he? Oh, my, he's talking smack on the chicky nugs? Bolter. Don't talk smack about chicky nugs. How dare you? Yeah, I've got the Emperor on my side. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about bacon. Bacon can handle itself. Mallet. Meat mallet. I want the meat mallet with the spikes on it. Yeah, give it to me. I will beat Bobby Flay in my in a culinary competition. Yeah. Why do the British wash rice after it's been cooked? Wait, do they wash rice after it's been cooked? I've never heard of that before. Who made the turducken? Americans, I think. Wait, was it turducken American? It had to have been. There's no way the turducken is not American. Golden throne bacon, ... What does that mean, Ankylosaurus? Where are we getting that bacon from? I'm scared. Sister, get the flamer, the heavy flamer. You don't wash rice after it's cooked. Okay, that's good. You should wash your rice before it's cooked. You should. I do see people just like put raw dry rice directly into the rice cooker. And there's no shame in that. Like if you don't have time, but like even rinsing the rice 3 times or like even just really quickly rinsing it helps a lot for texture. It does get rid of some of the like, there's like a powder I think that's put onto rice afterwards to make it more nutritionally balanced. It does wash off some of that, but the texture of rice is just so much nicer when you freaking rinse it off. It's just like, it's just way better. It's not mushy or anything. Paul Prudhomme, a Cajun chef from the 80s who was one who popularized the turducken. Ah, thank you, Maka. That's cool. Yeah, it's Cajun cooking. Interesting. Okay. At least people use rice cookers. My sister puts rice and water in the microwave for 20 minutes. Does that work, Laboru? Does that work? I can definitely see that being like a mom thing if your sister has kids. Like that seems like a mom hack where it's like, yeah, I gotta get food on the table now, and I forgot to turn the rice cooker on, so I have to microwave it. Rice just has starch. Yeah, but there's also like a powder they re-add back onto it. For like iron, I think. I read about that somewhere. It could be wrong though. If you're concerned about nutrients in rice, you should eat parboiled rice. That doesn't sound good. Parboiled rice? You mean al dente rice? No. 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 Best $80 I ever spent was on a Zojirushi rice cooker. Yeah, I love those spaghetti. Zojirushi rice cookers are nice because the mechanicus inside sings to you when it's done making rice. It's super awesome. Yeah, I want all of my mechanic stuff to just sing to me every time they finish. Yes, I'm done with your rice. Na na na. Na 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 na. The microwave's a magical box. Very true. I gotta clean mine out. I warmed up some corpse starch the other day. And it stuck to the ceiling. So I think I gotta clean my microwave out. What will we call it? Hey, hotties, wait. Let's try and come up with like a Warhammer name for the microwave. Yeah, the machine spirit has declared this rice is cooked. Indeed. Welcome in, Jordan. Hi. Let's come up with a name. Let's come up with a Warhammer 40k name for the microwave. Hi, Oathbreaker, welcome in. No worries, it's good to see you. Don't worry about being late. How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, I've heard about that one. I've heard about that. You could sell toasters where you sing when the bread is done. That'd be kind of cute, actually. I'd like that. Radiation oven, holy warmer, heat induction device, the mini melta machine. Oh, I like that, Bap. Chef Mike. That's a good one, Chunky. The rad stove. It's called the food nuker. The wave radiator. The microwavari. That's a good one, Goose. The warp cooker. Is it, wait, would it be warp? The cyclotronic thermal particle agitator. That's long enough to be a Warhammer name. I believe that. Radium cookatorium. Not the radium cookatorium, Ken. Nutrition enhancer. What is food nuker in Latin? Yeah, what's food warmer in Latin? Does zappy hotbox? Wrong. Jolly Rapscallion? Wrong. They would never say da. You have to have a certain level of whimsy to say da instead of the. And only the Sisters of Battle in the cheer in the order of cheer say that. These names don't have enough fake Latin. That's what I'm saying. It would have to be like Ignis, Ignata Wavetta. Or something. Ignata Wavium. Calefactor Kyborium? Oh. That's the orc microwave. So then. Oh, the Zappy hotbox? Yeah, that's the orc one. The firebomb box? The Atomozias? Okay. The Ecro Wavme? That's just pig Latin. You can't fool me. Don't recite the old magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written. That's pig Latin. Ignis Panis works. Oh, really, Leggett? Okay, Ignis Panis. That doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, the Calefactor Ignis Panis. That sounds great. That sounds very Warhammery. Yeah, we need an incense burner to get the toaster and the microwave to work. The Michael wave. No. The Ayasoka de Pasta? What's that, Plenum? The laser food smelter. On meditating on it, I think I'm going to go with Auspex microwavis. I like how we've kept the microwave part of it. Like, microwave kind of already does sound Latin now that I think about it. Yeah, perfect for Ferris Manus. Put your Ferris Manus inside of the Auspex microwavis and see what happens is. See what happenators. My favorite legion is the Night Lords. I've heard about that, Grimwolf. I don't remember which one they are, though. Those are like the vampire ones, right? Mike Rowave. Okay. The Ikrome Avewe. Hate it. Garbage. Hate it. Hate it. Hate that one. Oops. Hate that one super bad. Ikrome Avewe. Actually, let's try and chant it. Ikrome Avewe. It's good for chanting. I don't know if it's good for like the actual word. The Blood Angels are the vampire ones. Oh, the Batman Legion. Ration Oscillator. Ooh, I like Ration Oscillator. The Starch Oscillator. AKA the microwave. The Night Lords have bats in their armor. Oh, okay. So the bats and the blood are different things. I see. It's dog Latin? I thought you would understand. No, I know that one, Carmo. It's pig Latin, not dog Latin. The Night Lords are evil Batmen. And the Blood Angels are the main vampire. Oh, okay. So I was thinking... Okay, that's probably why I got them mixed up. Because they sound like... Like, bats and vampires to me go hand in hand. But I guess they kind of separated them in Warhammer. The Blood Angels are crazy. Why does everybody talk about the blood? I'm curious. Why do people think the Blood Angels are so cool? And crazy. And or crazy. Why? What did they do? What do they do? The Night Lord's Batman Primarch acts more like the Joker. If we talk about the Joker one more time... This is a Joker hater channel. Hey guys, I'm Vylett Moonheart, and here we hate the Joker. I'm just kidding. He's a fine guy. He's fine. He's okay, I guess. Sanguinus is top 3 Primarchs for basically everyone. Sanguinus was the best Primarch. Wait, so what do you mean by best? Their Primarch is awesome. What is a good Primarch? What does that mean? What does a best Primarch mean? Are they just really good at killing? Are they, like, really good at... Like, what do you mean by best Primarch? Do they make good decisions? Do they rule fairly? In this house we stand the lion. Which one is the lion, Rapscallion? That's not the witch and it's not the wardrobe. Bobby Flay gives one bad day and he become the Joker vibes. Stop talking about the Joker. Dental. I would love to have dental coverage. I would love that. I hope that the Order of Cheer someday gets dental coverage. He's really good at dying. He was actually a good person, good leader, and was selfless. Oh, that's kind of rare. You don't hear about that a lot. Oh, he sacrifices himself. Sanguinus is the son the Emperor loved. Oh, so Sanguinus is the Emperor's favorite son, but Magnus is his least favorite? Is that what I'm hearing? Was Sanguinus alive during Magnus's whole thing? Vulcan is the best at dying, but worst at staying there. Asa deane. Lion is the Dark Angel's Primarch. Okay, so maybe I should just learn the Primarchs first. Maybe that would be best instead of learning all the orders. Maybe just the Primarchs. Horus was the Emperor's favorite, bestest son. Spoiler, Horus Heresy. Oh, so Horus was his... Oh, I thought it... Okay, so that's where I got it mixed up. I knew one of his sons betrayed him. I thought it was Magnus. Okay, so Horus is the son that betrayed him. Down with Horus. When the Emperor found Guilliman, he was already running an empire. Hi, Math. Welcome in. Hi, Flamdring. Magnus Slander. Yeah, no, that was my bad. I was mixing Magnus and Horus up. Because you guys told me that one of his sons betrayed him. I just didn't know which one. Hi, Menagerie. Welcome in. I am looking spiffy indeed. How are you? The Emperor's favorite son was Horus, hence why he became War Master. Horus? Or Horus? I only have to read the first 1 or 2 books to get the gist of the horror stuff. What about a Wikipedia article? Does that do it? Hi, Yokai. Magnus did nothing wrong. He was told to go home and do literally nothing, and he managed to screw that up. By screw up, did you mean join Zinch's side? Welcome in. Hi. Ankylosaurus, thank you for the super. Archmagos Belisarius Cal has built big chatbots modeled on himself and Primarch Guilliman, so the 2 of them can always talk. Oh, he insists they're not illegal AIs, but Guilliman worries about it. Oh, right, because AI is banned. So then, thank you, Ankylosaurus. Thank you. I like that lore bit. Arigato. Hi, Taskmaster. Welcome in. Good evening to you as well. Yes, Horus like the Egyptian god, obviously. The Egyptian god Horus. It's also not that simple. I see, Ivan. Okay. If you want the quickest reason to love Sanguinus, just listen to the Epicus Echoes of Eternity speech of Sanguinus voice acting. What is that from, Maka? The Lexicanium instead of Wikipedia? Is that like the UESP equivalent? Skyrim has a not Skyrim, sorry. The Elder Scrolls has a Wikipedia similar. Do they have their own? Does Warhammer have its own? Horus betrayed Big E and made 8 others betray him as well. Oh, so it wasn't just him. It wasn't just him that betrayed him. It was 8 of his brothers? Who is 8 others? What do you mean 8 others? 8 other brothers? That's a mouthful. 8 other brothers. Lexanium, Lexanium, I'm not saying that right, is kind of like the UESP. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Hi, turkeys, hi! Thanks for your patience, guys. Thank you, I appreciate that. 8 other Primarchs. Okay, so that the Primarchs are his sons, right? All of the Primarchs are his sons, yes? Did I get that lore fact right? All of them are his sons? Plural? Lorgar was the first to turn to chaos. Lorgar. Why is that familiar? Why is that familiar, Math? Yes. Okay. So the Primarchs, if you hear the word Primarch, it means that they are always the Emperor's sons. Genetic babies. Genetic son babies, right? So then the Space Marines... Wait, I got this. Wait, hold on. Space Marines are genetic babies born from Primarchs, right? So that would make them... Right? That would make them the Emperor's grandsons. No? Yes? No. Kind of. Kind of? Nephilim. That's a crazy word. Nephilim? That's like a fallen angel word, right? That's from the Bible. They're like the Emperor's grandkids. Okay. They're born human. Oh, they receive. Oh, that's right. Okay. So they start out as humans. Space Marines start out as humans, and then they get genetically modified with the Emperor, with the Primarch's genes, not the Emperor's genes, the Primarchs. Not directly from the Emperor. It's from the Primarchs. Ah, so da yo ne. Lorgar was the Primarchs of the Word Bearers. Oh yeah, we learned about the Word Bearers actually. Wait, we learned about that on Rogue Trader. They're a religious fanatic, and the Emperor banned him from worshipping him. He found new gods to worship. Ah, so da yo ne. Yeah, the Word Bearers, we saw those in Rogue Trader last week. Big E basically bioengineered the Primarchs. Ah, okay. They call it Gene Seed. That's like the worst name for it. Hey guys, Gene Seed? Ew. I don't want seeds inside my jeans. Get them out of there. Those are guest jeans. Get them out of there. Those are Levi's. Stop putting seeds in my Levi's. Stop that. Why can't we just call it the golden line or something? Maki, thank you for the super. Quick summary. The Emperor had 20 lab-created babies, in parentheses, Primarchs, who each led a Space Marine Legion based on their genes. Ah, so like Daedric princes. Like Daedric princes. Like they're the Daedric prince of madness and the Daedric prince of lies and stuff. Half the Primarchs rebelled and fell to chaos, and Horus led the traitors. Ah, so they are. Okay, so has he gotten... Thank you so much, Maki. I appreciate that. That clears it up really well. Does that mean he's gotten Primarchs since then to, like, fill the places? Because, like, if half of his Primarchs betrayed him, then did he get more Primarchs to take the places of the ones who got betrayed? Or the ones who betrayed him? No. Nope. Okay, so they're just, like, open. He's just like, all right, I guess that's enough Primarchs, I guess. Hi, Kitsune, welcome in. The Emperor's currently stuck in a chair. He is indeed. How are you? Don't speak such heresy. He's around us as we speak. Can't you feel him? He's everywhere. 'Cause you're everywhere to me. I'm just standing in front of the Emperor's throne singing that. Doing the floss, as they say in Fortnite. They're just roughing it out? That sounds really bad. Like, you would think that you'd want to make more Primarchs. Like, to replace the ones... Because now you got half of them fighting against you, yeah? 2 were purged before the heresy and no one knows their name. Purged? Wait, why is the Emperor purging his Primarchs? What is going on? What? Because of heresy or what? Because he didn't trust them? What's going on with that? Are we still talking about Nurgle? No, we're talking about the Emperor. They did something unspeakable and no one knows, but it was something really bad. Oh, it's like a mystery. Oh, I like it when they leave little mystery breadcrumbs in the lore. I like that. Remember that bit about Big E being kind of an asshole? Yeah, I do. I remember now, Lemuro. That makes me question. I wonder if Horus used what happened to those 2 purged Primarchs as, like, an example to the others when they defected. He's like, hey, to, like, convince the others to defect, he's like, hey, look what the Emperor did to these guys. I'm wondering if he used that as, like, leverage to get people to defect with him, you know? Like, hey, look, he disappeared 2 of our brothers. So, like, maybe? The 2nd and 11th are complete unknowns. We have a total of, like, 7 lines written about them. Ah, so then, I see, David, I see. Yeah, there's lots of little mystery breadcrumbs. I like the little mystery breadcrumbs. I think those are really fun. Horus was not that smart. Oh. Okay, so he didn't use that. He didn't use that as, like, a little crumb. A little crumb of persuasion. Hi, Logan, welcome in. Hi. I see you're interested in 40k. Yes, I am. I'd recommend watching if the Emperor had a TTS device. You'll learn a lot of things in a funny manner. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Happy Tuesday. It's good to see ya. Yeah, we're just yapping about all the lore bits that you guys like. I'm learning stuff. I'm learning stuff by osmosis as we go. I think I'm putting stuff together. The 2 missing legions exist so that players can come up with their own Space Marines. Oh, that would be cool. Fulgram once mentioned that the 2nd Primarch tends to be stoic. This is like the most concrete detail we know about them. Ah, okay. So I'm kind of getting, now this is going to be a bad analogy, but you remember in Bleach, remember in that brand new anime manga Bleach by Taite Kubo? Remember Bleach where like the Shinigami captains... like 1's in charge of healing, like number 4 is in charge of healing, you know, number 11 is in charge of like fighting and stuff. I feel like I'm getting that kind of vibe where it's like the captains are super cool, and here's what they're in charge of. I'm getting that kind of vibe from the Primarchs where it's like every captain has like their own, you know what I mean? Like listen, I said this was a bad metaphor, okay? But I'm getting that kind of vibe where it's like in anime, you know how it's like, this is the 7th captain, and he's in charge of plants or whatever. I'm getting that kind of vibe from the Primarchs and how they seem to be set up, you know? It has a bit of that? Yeah, okay. Angron is the Kenpachi, just he went traitor. Hi, Professor! Yeah, Kenpachi's awesome. Okay, so Angron is Kenpachi. Got it. I'm on the right track. Yay! Yay! Yippee! Some of them are total jobbers. What does jobbers mean, What does jobbers mean, Shardley? What does that mean? I hope that's not a gamer word. What is that? Every Primarch has a role, but there are some redundancies among them as a safety feature. Ah, so da yo ne. 40k is British shonen. I agree, Cobalt. I agree. It sounds like 40k, Warhammer 40k is British Shonen Jump. And it's been going on just as long as, like, you know, like, a lot of manga series, to be honest. Gilman is in charge of accounting. It means they lose when they should easily win. I see that. Okay. Jobbers is wrestling lingo for people set up to fail to make the heroes look good. Oh, okay, so how is that different from a villain? Wait, jobber? Okay, wait. Is a jobber a good guy typically or a bad guy? People set up to fail? Oh, like an incompetent person to make the hero look like competent? Is that what I'm thinking? Either. Villains. Okay, so it can be good guys or bad guys. It means meant to lose. Ah, I see. Okay. Vegeta is a jobber for Goku. Okay, okay. Okay, yeah, but then Vegeta becomes a good guy and then he... Pro wrestling lingo. Ah, so da yo ne. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I never knew there was a word for it. I just thought it was... I never knew there was a word for it. I just thought it was like, you know, like just a trope, I guess, a character trope. Like incompetent. I thought it was just how you would describe a character, you know, incompetent. It's tragic to see someone you know who should have won basically lose because the other guy has plot armor. Oh, so they can be like, they can be really mean too and nasty. Like they can be mean and nasty. They could be like bullies and stuff. They lose to the plot. Ah, okay. Gilman is the most well-rounded Primarch whose specialty is ability to organize and rule. Oh, interesting. So he's more like rule-oriented. Yeah, that's very interesting, Ivan. Huh. Vegeta's a good example. He gets his ass kicked. I'm up the villain. I see. Okay, okay. Yeah, I didn't know there was a word for that guy. That's pretty cool. Gilman wants to retire and be a farmer. Gilman's special power is Microsoft Excel. I don't know, man. Gilman sounds like a nice guy. He sounds like a nice dude to just like chill with, you know? Get a little drink down at the corner. You know, go sit in a field, have some cheese and crackers. He's basically a mix of the Emperor's Augustus and Aurelian. I'm not sure what that means, Rachel. Augustus and Aurelian? Like the Roman emperors? They can be the strongest person in the world, but they can't break through plot armor. Ah, so da yo ne. I see. Okay. The Chaos Primarchs were made into demon princes, have that inherently since they can't die. The what? You mean the traitor Primarchs that betrayed the Emperor? They get turned into demon princes? Huh? Do they all... Wait, I have a question. Okay, I have a question. So the Primarchs that betrayed the Emperor, do they all serve under one Chaos God, or do they serve multiple gods? Are they like... Do they serve multiple? Is it just one? Or is it like this guy's with Slanesh and like this guy's with Korn and like this guy's with Nurgle? They're split. Oh, they're split between all four. Okay. Okay. One of them serves multiples. Some serve a single one. Some of them serve Chaos undivided. I see. Okay. Okay, interesting. It's interesting that, like, I don't know. I would expect all of them to be neatly divvied up into, like, respective Chaos God quadrants. But I'm very interested in, like, why you would choose not to serve under one, right? Like, you would just keep, like, you're like, okay, so I betrayed my father. I betrayed my Emperor father, who's, like, a space wizard. And now I'm not gonna dedicate myself to any of the Chaos Gods. I'm a traitor in everyone's eyes, and I serve Chaos, but I'm not gonna devote myself to any one god. That's interesting. That's a really interesting stance to take, considering you are now officially the universe's big bad, you know? Death Guards are Nurgle as frick. What are Death Guards? Are those Nurgle Space Marines? Mortarion serves Nurgle. Wow, that's a cool name. Magnus serves Ancient. Fulgrim serves Slanesh. Ah, so then they. Angron serves Khorne. Ah, okay. They don't really serve willingly. The gods own them at this point. That sucks, man. Heterabo is exactly like that. He's not really dedicated to any of them and kind of does his own thing. Okay. Night Lords don't serve anyone. Why'd you bring out the gun for that, Meteor? What's the gun about? Some traders aren't pro-chaos as much as they are anti-imperial. Man, that sucks, though. That sucks because now they're thrown into, like, the chaos blender, essentially. Like, there's the only other side you can really pick is... So it's not that they love chaos. It's just that they don't want to be part of the Empire. Are there, like, rogue... Is there, like, a rogue Primarch that's, like, not under chaos? Did, like, any of them say, like, frick both chaos and the Empire? Or is it just, like, one or the other? Is there, like, some guys are like, hey, both of these suck? No? Why not? Why not? Both of these suck, man. The Iron Warriors serve chaos undivided. Not because they like chaos, they just want the Imperium to burn. Oh, so it's like an enemy of my enemy is a friend type beat. There's some MIA, but probably not. Oh, there's some that are MIA. Okay. For Tarbo, Conrad, and Alfarius never served chaos. So what are they up to then? What are they doing? Alfarius and Omega, maybe? His name is Conrad. Yeah, his head got chopped. Wait, he's dead? Okay, wait, so we can't really include him then. If he's dead. I am Alfarius. I don't think you are Rion. Your name says that you're Rion. It's a false flag operation. The Primarchs are controlled by lizard people. Hydra Dominatus. Wait, what, Donuts? What are you talking about? Hydra people? In Warhammer? No way. Now you're just messing with me. Now you're just gaslighting me. That'd be pretty cool, though, to have a Hydra. Hydra people. Alfarius could be any one of us. Wait, what? Oh, is he like a shapeshifter, too? The point of Alfarius is no one knows what he's up to. Oh, okay. So he's like undercover. He's undercover. I see. The first rule of Alfarius is always lie. Alfarius and Omegan are the twin Primarchs of the 20th Legion, and they specialize in spy stuff and subterfuge. Hey, that sounds awesome. Hey, that's my kind of thing. Hey, that sounds really cool. There's some Space Marines that have defected to the Tau. Wait, who are the Tau? They're not the Eldar, right? Are those the people that came before the Eldar? Kurz is dead and Horus is extremely dead. Oh. They're secretive to the extreme. Interesting. Okay. The Weeb faction, fish avatar people. Oh, the Tau are new. They're blue guys without noses. Well, that's good because they can't smell you coming then, hotties. That's good. They won't be able to smell you coming. Perfect. The Tau are the 40k Gundam aliens. Oh man, Gundam aliens sound cool. That sounds really cool. Why does the new thing sound really cool to me, guys? They're a different species entirely, much younger. Think 40k mixed with Gundam. Man, I love giant robots, man. I love giant robots. The Tau serve the greater good and accept other species, including humans, into their ranks. I'm kind of like, guys, I hate to say this, but I think I like the Tau. I think I might like the Tau, guys. I think that I might like the Tau. Uh-oh. Is it bad that I like the idea of the Tau? Like, yeah, serving the greater good's cool and all, but giant robots. Giant Gundam people. We all did, ... Did? Past tense? Wait, what happened? What happened? No, I know every faction is giant robots, but giant robot people. They basically mind control their underlings for the negative. Oh, so they're... Okay, yeah. Well, take that back. I'm sorry I can't, Dad. I think they sound pretty cool. Hi, Lich. Welcome in. Hi. The Tau are cool. They have a dark side to them. Ah. Let's bully this Tau-loving nerd. Stop it. Don't bully me. Stop it. I just learned about them today. Stop it. Playing a shooter game in PS2 where the MC was Tau. Oh, that sounds cool, Kenshiro. Dreadnoughts are Gundams. No, they're not, because the robot is not the person. Like, the robot is not born the person. You know what I mean? Dreadnoughts become giant robots. They're not born giant robots. But like an entire race of Gundam people, that sounds super cool. The Tower hypocrites? Yeah, well, I got some news for you guys. So is the Empire. I mean, what? I mean, what? Hi, well, welcome in. Yeah, we're talking about the Tau, who are giant robot people, I guess. Gundam people. The Leagues of Votan are pretty cool. They're space dwarves. Yeah, I heard about them earlier, David. Yeah. A dreadnought is a walking coffin with guns. Yeah, it's different than a Gundam. It's different than an actual living person. The only robot people are the League of Votan. The Tau climb into the robots. Oh, the Tau aren't Gundam people? Wait, wait, I'm confused. They're not giant robots? I'm thinking like the Geth from Mass Effect. Like they're not like that. They pilot the robots. Oh, they pilot the robots. Oh, I thought they were robot people. Okay, that's my bad. Necrons are the robot people. Ah, so they are. Okay. I understand now. The Tower fish cow people. Oh. The Imperial Knights have the past lives of their pilots ingrained into the machine, and they help the new pilots. Yeah, that's pretty cool, Ken. That is pretty cool. I will admit. Wait, aren't the Necrons the super bad guys? You guys, I think you've told me about the Necrons. Like, the Necrons are the super bad, like, they're everybody's enemy. Like, the insect guys that eat everything are also everyone's enemy, but also the Necrons. You guys talked about that when we were playing Space Marine. You were like, yeah, the Necrons are super evil. Kind of. Necrons are Terminators. Ooh, that sounds scary. Necrons are undead space Egyptian robots. They're not Transformers. Oh, okay, Trillian, thank you. That clears it up. Hi, Sylvester, welcome in. Hi, happy Tuesday. Oh, did the chanting stop? Hold on, I gotta go tell the Mechanicus to start again. Mechanicus Adeptus. Start chanting. There you go, brothers. Thank you. Very good. We need more ambiance. The Drukari, yes, I learned about the Drukari recently in Rogue Trader. I learned about that. Necrons are ancient evil Terminators. Hi, Sylvester, welcome in. Hi. We're just yapping about Warhammer. There hasn't been any BGM this whole time. Yes, there has. You guys not hear it? Oh, was it too low for you guys? I've just been yapping into silence. Ah, darn it. We've just been yapping in silence, huh? Ah, darn it. Oh, darn it. It was just silence. I had like a... You guys hear it now? Yeah. If you're not hearing the BGM, you don't have enough faith in the Emperor. You guys hear it now? Yeah, darn it. I had like cool chanting going this entire time. I had space noises and cool chanting. Yeah, only those with the pure soul. Yeah, only those with a soul the Emperor loves can hear the BGM. We like talking with you, silent or music. I'm sorry, Breaker. I'm sorry, Hotties. I was trying to cultivate an atmosphere and aesthetic, and I forgot to turn on them. It was too low, I guess. I forgot that you guys can't hear it that good. Is it louder than me? I hope not. The Necrons have Trazen. Who is that, Mr. Shrek? Welcome in. Hi. Hi. Yeah, I had this really cool BGM queued up, man. Man. The Necrons have freaky, impossible time-space technology. Oh, kind of like the Reapers. Kind of like the Mass Effect Reapers. Thought you had a soundproof void ship. Damn it. No, it wasn't soundproof. It sounds really cool in here. Question mark? Sorry, Legged. Sorry. Trazen's a collector. Trazen is everybody's favorite immortal space thief. Ah. Trazen is the best, Galaxy's best Pokemon trainer. Okay, okay. Trazen is the #1 silly fun guy. Sounds like me. Sounds like he belongs to the Order of Cheer. He has a museum with stuff from basically every major event in galactic history. Ah, so if you remember in Space Marine 2, the technology we used to stop the demons, that was Necron. Oh, kind of? Kind of, I remember it. Kind of, not very well, Bob, I'm sorry. Technology I used to stop the demons. Was it like the red stuff? I think I remember that. I used some red stuff or something, orange stuff. The one on the cemetery world underground. Oh! With like the scary, like the mechanical centipedes? Like the really scary mechanical centipedes? Oh, the purple pylons. Oh yeah, I remember the purple pylons. Yeah, I remember that. That's Necrons. Yeah, they look really scary. Hi, Coco. Welcome in. Hi. Valerius Call is a fun, powerful tech priest. I've never heard of him, Math. Wait, no, have I? The last name Call is familiar to me. I'm still working through Rogue Trader right now, so... He locks him up in Pokeballs. What? He released a company of 30k Ultramarines at Cadian to fight against Abaddon forces. Wait, he was collecting 30,000 Ultramarines? How did nobody notice that? Hotties, how did nobody notice that? That doesn't make any sense. Huh? He just put him in his little pocket dimension? The high end of Necron tech makes the Reapers look like cavemen. My favorite Necron weapon is the Celestial Orrery. Wow, that sounds cool, Maka. If you touch it, it's supernovas. Whoa! Oh, a company of Ultramarines. He meant the year 40k. Oh, I thought it was 30,000 Space Marines. It's like, where is he getting 30,000 Space Marines? What the heck? How come nobody's noticing people are going missing? Hi, Imperatrix, welcome in. Hi. Yeah, I was like, okay, I guess he's been collecting for a long time. That's my bad. Trazen will yoink anything not nailed down. Ah, can he yoink like whole planets? Is it like that type of pocket dimension where it's like, here's a whole planet in my pocket? He says you have to have a hobby, especially if you're immortal. Wait, he's immortal? Wait, what? Is he a god? Wait, I'm confused. Or is he like the Emperor? The Emperor when he acquires his 40,000th Warhammer. Welcome in, Saber. Hi. Yeah, what is the Emperor's reaction going to be when he finally gets his 40,000th Warhammer? You think he'll say yippee? You think he'll say yippee, yay, yippee? Necrons are immortal, basically. Oh, Necrons are immortal. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so they don't die? Necrons and gods, that's a whole story. Oh, okay. So the Necrons don't have a biological body. Hi, Ryu. Okay, so no biological body. So they're robots. They're robots. Like the robot centipede I saw. They make their own bodies, I guess? Maybe? The Necrons were going to die, so they became robots. Ah! Okay, that's cool. That's super cool. The Necrons are famous for having killed their own gods. Oh! Oh boy, that's... Yikes. Okay. So they killed So if they killed their own gods, surely they can help us kill the chaos gods, right? Like, hey, hey, Necrons. Hey, hey, that's cool tech you've got there. Mind if I use that to blow up heresy? They sleep in tombs. Wow, that's cool enough. They kind of remind me of the Sith, actually, from the original KOTOR. Do you guys remember the Sith lore from the original KOTOR game? That was really cool, visiting the Sith planet and finding out that the Sith were actually a race. Before it became a term for quote-unquote evil Jedi, they were actually a race. That was really cool. I really like that lore bit. We gotta play KOTOR again. Goose, thank you for becoming a Moon Puncher for 9 months. Arigato. You like Warhammer 40k? Name all 40k Warhammers. Okay. Curly, Mo, Bob, Jerry, Frank, Melinda, Belinda, Mercy, Miranda, Justin, Bieber, Justin Trudeau, Justin Timberlake. Am I doing it right? Is that's right? In the lore? That's right? Yeah, Korriban. Yeah, that was the name of the Sith planet. No, don't bonk me. Don't bonk me. I think I'm doing it right. Stop. Yeah, Star Wars. I like Star Wars lore. It's pretty cool. I love Glup Shido. That's my favorite character. How did she know? The old Tale of the Jedi comics? Oh, I haven't read the comics, Professor, but I kind of want to. The Star Wars comic seems pretty cool. I like how the original lightsabers had power cables plugged into a back. Did they, Kieran? Did they? That's awesome. Yeah, I remember the vibro sword. I remember when I was a kid picking up like KOTOR and being like, I can't wait to get can't wait to get my first lightsaber. And then for like the first 10 hours of the game, you just play with a vibro sword. It's just a regular old vibro sword. No laser weapon, no cool lightsaber, nothing. The Star Wars EU books go hard. Why the EU ones specifically, Dad? Are they different? The European ones are different than the American ones? They did? I had no idea, Starsky. That's so cool. They always look like turkey slicers. Yeah, the vibro swords kind of look like... Oh, EU means expanded Oh! I'm so used to EU meaning European. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I just assumed. That's my bad. That's my bad. Okay, EU is expanded universe. Naruhodo ne. Naruhodo ne. I see. That was my bad, guys. I was thinking with my real world brain, not my fake Star Wars brain. The Star Wars EU is older than the European Union. European Star Wars, let's go. I don't know, how would European Star Wars be any different, man? Like, how would Europeans, like, how would they eat, like, beans on toast and, like, borscht? I don't get, like, would they eat, I don't understand, like, how would the EU Star Wars be any different? I don't get it. Like, would they line up in queues? Would they line up in queues for croissants? I don't know. Like, universal healthcare, yippee! Universal basic healthcare, yay! Healthcare is free in the European Star Wars. So everybody, it's free in the European Star Wars, which means that everybody's not really worried about duels. So people get into duels a lot in the middle of the street, lightsaber duels, because the healthcare is free. There's an April Fool's publication where Luke Skywalker has 2 clones named Luke Skywalker and Luke Skywalker. That's funny, Anglosaurus. The first and most important thing to keep in mind when you think about Star Wars is you have to remember that Star French exists now. Yeah, like, what does escargot in Star Wars look like? Is it like giant snails? Like giant snails in butter? They call their lightsabers shivs. Oof. You'd be like Star Wars, but with Alec Guinness and Ewan McGregor in it. Wait, wasn't Ewan McGregor already in Star Wars? Wait, am I thinking about this wrong? Guys, you know what was a missed opportunity? You know, I think Star Wars dropped the ball, hotties. Imagine this. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. We're going to enter the mind palace of imagination right here, right now. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Alan Rickman, Professor Snape, Alan Rickman in Star Wars as a Sith Jedi. Imagine. They really dropped the ball with Star Wars with that. They really dropped the ball with not inviting Alan Rickman to Star Wars. You know what I mean? That would have been awesome. That would have been so good. Sigh. Play sigh. Yeah, the anti-Anakin. He would have been perfect. That's what I'm saying, Fart. He would have been perfect. He would have been perfect. He would have been spot on. That would have been so good. Drop the ball? No, they dropped the whole court at this point. Yeah. I've heard that, I've heard that there's a Star Wars movie I wanted to see. Like a spin-off. You see the vision? Okay, good, Trillian. There was like a spin-off I wanted to see. It's called Rogue One. I never got to see it. But I've heard a lot of people really like Rogue One, and it's very sad. So I kind of want to watch Rogue One a little bit. But I have to be in the mood for really sad movies, so we'll see. Yeah, Alan Rickman as Revan would go so hard. There was talk about Kylo Ren actor playing a young Snape. Oh, yeah, that would have been good, too. That was the best of the new ones? Oh. I should watch Andor first. What's Andor? What's that? What's that? Is that a movie? You might want to watch Andor. Oh, you guys are all recommending I watch Andor. Okay, so is that the prequel? It's sad because you already know the ending. Yeah, that's true, Bomb. That's true. It links with episode 4 and it's quite good. Oh, really, Kenshiro? Okay. It's the prequel show. Oh, it's a show. Okay. Watch Andor after? Andor's a TV series. Okay. That explains it because I don't have Disney Plus. I have the regular Hulu and Netflix, but I don't have Disney Plus. Because I'm like Disney, there's nothing I want to watch on there. But if they got a Star Wars, I might get it for a month and watch Andor. The ending of Rogue One made little kid me get so dang hype. Yeah, I bet. It's got the problem of being a direct prequel to episode 4. Ah, okay. It's more hopeful than sad. Oh, that sounds nice. Okay, maybe I will watch it sooner rather than later. It's a Disney series about Cassian Andor. Ah. Isn't Andor a planet? Wait. Am I thinking about this wrong? Isn't Andor a planet, hotties, in Star Wars? Or am I... It's definitely a planet. It's definitely a planet. Oh, Endor. Thank you, Professor. Endor. Whoops. Hey, guys, how could I have gotten that mixed up? Andor and Endor. My bad. Wow, those are really similar names, huh? Oh, Andor is 2? Yeah, isn't it in KOTOR? Isn't Andor in KOTOR? I swear. Endor is the moon the Ewoks live on. Yeah, he's the planet. Sorry? Chewbacca's a planet? Andor is a dude. Andor is a planet. Endor is a forested moon. Yeah, Andor is a planet. I was right. Andor is a planet. I don't remember where it is, but I remember that it's a planet. Yeah, Ender's the moon that the Ewoks live on. They're so cute. They're so freaking cute. Honestly, Ewoks, I'm gonna be honest with you, hotties. I think Ewoks in the original Star Wars movies are the reason why we got Beanie Babies and like Labubus. All right, I can't prove it, but I know somehow that Ewoks in the first Star Wars movies are the reason why we have Labubus today. I can't explain it, but I know that's right. You ever get that feeling where it's like, I can see these things are connected? I swear. I'm not crazy, I swear. But that's my headcanon. Andor, Bindor, Sindor, Andor, and Dindor. Those aren't real, Amoro. Those aren't real. I got lost. Are we still naming Warhammers? Yeah. Yeah, we are, you. I believe it. Thank you, Soft. Finally, somebody believes me. I played a TTRPG Star Wars, and I was an Ewok. Aw, that's cool. Kashyyyk, Yavin, Manon, Tatooine, Terrace, the final planet. Yeah, Kashyyyk is where the... Kashyyyk is where the Wookiees live. I remember that. It's a jungle planet. He said he wanted the Ewoks to be gross and ugly. Oh. Yeah, they're a little too cute, to be honest. I might be onto something. Like the Dragon, but Labubus. Yeah, I can't prove it yet. But I know it's true. Baby Yoda. Honestly, Baby Yoda, they knew what they were doing when they made Baby Yoda. They knew what they were doing when they made Baby Yoda. They knew. That thing was too dang cute. That thing was specifically designed to make every woman above the age of 20 have a baby. They knew what they were doing. They knew. Baby Yoda is baby propaganda. You can play as an Ewok in multiplayer. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, a lot of people like the Star Wars Battlefront games, right? If the Wookiee lives on Endor, you must acquit. What does that mean, Puaden? Acquit? Why are we putting the Wookiees on trial? Yeah, baby Ganda. Made in the marketable plushie conference room. Exactly. But yeah, I will jot that down. I need to watch Andor, and I need to watch Rogue One. Okay, good space movies, good space soup. Slurp slurp, I love it. I also maybe need to read the first 2 books in the Horus Heresy books, maybe. I will read the first book. I will read the first book. If it does not interest me, then I probably won't continue on to the second one. But I will give it at least 1 book try. I gave Game of Thrones a 1 book try. I will give the Horus Heresy a 1 book try as well. We've taken a command post. 5 seconds later, we've lost a command post. That's just how it is in the Imperial Army, Undead. That's just how it is. More of a trilogy? Well, I don't read trilogies unless I like the first book, so we'll see. We will see. Hi, Post. Welcome in. I need to watch The Hell's Reach, which is an animated movie. I've never heard of that. Welcome in. Hi. I gave Horus Heresy 1 book try, and I ended up reading like 27 of them. Hey, that's crazy. Are they really that well written? Are they really that engaging? I'll have to try. I'll give it a 1 book try. I told you. If I end up with all 40 books, then I'm gonna blame the Hotties. I'm gonna be like, hey, it was the Hotties that did this, not me. Maka, thank you for the 100 biddies. I appreciate that. Thank you. I recommend Infinite and Divine, not a Horus Heresy book. Oh. Well, the Horus Heresy is important to understanding the lore, right? So I should probably read that one. Thank you very much for the biddies. House Reach is good. Oh, is it, Kieran? They have many authors? Oh, that makes sense, Hammer. That's crazy that a bunch of authors managed to keep the lore straight for like all of those books. Hi, Kiwi, welcome in. I should read the Cyphus Cain books. It's an adventure book series in the Warhammer universe. I've never heard of those. Welcome in. Hi. Yeah, most people just recommended me the Horus Heresy, so I'm probably going to be reading the first book in that one. They don't? What do you mean they don't? That's the thing, they don't. Oh. So they didn't keep the lore. Hotties. Hey, what is going on? So you're telling me to read books where the lore is unreliable? Hey. Hey. Guys. I enjoyed the Eisenhorn books. I see, Mr. Shrek. This seems like there's a lot of books. They're in the trees. I thought teddy bears should be cute. Oh no. Yeah, that's how the stormtroopers felt when they got attacked by a little guy. Why not? No, I'm just saying, like, it's like telling me to play... Hotties, I feel like you're telling me to read the Warhammer Horus Heresy books in the same way that if I wanted somebody to learn about the Elder Scrolls lore, I'd tell them to play the MMO. I'd be like, yeah, play Elder Scrolls Online. You're gonna learn a ton of the lore. It's lore that can be easily retconned and has not been confirmed as true or false. Like, if I wanted somebody to learn about the lore of the Elder Scrolls, I would not tell them to play the MMO, right? Like, that's the feeling I get here, is that you guys are telling me to read the books. But they're wrong. What if I start saying wrong things? I'm gonna get sniped from orbit for saying the wrong things about Warhammer lore, guys. You know, you've seen it. You've seen it happen to me before. I can't live through that again. That's a perfect analogy, honestly. That's all 40k lore TBH. Okay. There's 530 total Warhammer 40k novels. Wow, that's insane, Maka. Yeah, I'll give it a one book try. I'm definitely not that big of a reader, but I'll give it a one book try. More like the bad books are ignored in terms of lore. Ah, okay, so they're just like a black hole of lore. We got you, boss. Thanks, Steven. Thank you. It's more about knowing enough of the skeleton of 40k and how it works. Okay. But what if I don't like that, because what if my fundamental, if I'm gonna read books, I'm still forming my idea of the Warhammer lore. So if I read wrong things, I'm afraid that my fundamentals are gonna be fundamentally wrong. And I don't like that. I don't like that idea. It's like learning it's like learning about dragon breaks as your first thing in the Elder Scrolls lore. Like it wouldn't be a good basis on which to base things on, you know what I mean? The 40k audiobooks allow me to survive years of night shift. Yeah, Meteor, I bet those are really good because they take up a lot of time. That makes lots of sense. Shout out to audiobooks. Shout out to 40k audiobooks. Hi, Alice. Hi, Winnie. Welcome in. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Hi. Thank you for the 30 stream streak. That's crazy. Thank you so much. Dumb. That's the thing with media like Warhammer. If it goes on for long enough, eventually stuff becomes muddled and hazy. Yeah, and it's not like you can just release a game. It's not like Elder Scrolls where you can release a game that cements the lore every couple years, you know? It's not like you can just release a game and be like, all right, this is the lore now. We decided to retcon this, this, and this. So there's no check for what is and isn't the lore. They don't really update it. They just let it be. Which is cool, but it must be really confusing. It's so much the fans that argue over all the stuff they personally don't like. Oh, like the people who made Warhammer can? There's so much fan-made content. Oh, that is true. Yeah, I've seen a lot of fan-made content. I've seen a lot of fan-made content. I've seen a lot of like the shit posts. Honestly, like Warhammer 40k memes and shit posts are how I originally even started thinking about playing Warhammer. I think I told you guys this. Like the first Warhammer meme I ever saw was a bunch of Sisters of Battle. They were like the red ones. I forget what their names are. Is it Blood Angels? I'm not sure. But they were riding on like this huge war tank, and they were like, California girls and the incredible ZATSU, and that was my first meme. So that's the entire reason I became interested in Warhammer, is because I saw these cool girls and it was really funny. Maki, thank you for the super. Warhammer lore is all told from the perspective of people in the universe, which makes it inconsistent by design, but they do abuse that to do retcons often. So okay, so that makes sense. That is an Elder Scroll thing too. Like the Elder Scrolls lore is very commonly like veiled by whoever, the opinions of whoever is talking at the current time. So I definitely understand that. Yeah, the inconsistency is part of the charm, I think. But the aesthetic of Warhammer is so strong, I think people resonate with it regardless, regardless of whether or not they actually know the lore. Actually know the lore. But I guess there's just no knowing. Yeah. You can know some, but not everything. Lorcan is Akatosh IE. Thank you, Nopon. Thank you for that hot take. I'm going to disagree with you, but thank you for that hot take. How you doing? Yeah, Imperium Girls was a fun song. Very true. If the Emperor had a text-to-speech device, was a fantastic fan work. Yeah, Mr. Shrek. Lots of people were saying for me to watch that. Would you guys... I don't know. Let's see. Let's take a poll. If I was to watch one lore video, would it be the Bricky one? Bricky's lore video. Or would it be Emperor's TTS? If I could only watch one lore video, which... Oh, I can't even spell video. Which would you recommend? We're gonna do democracy here. Okay. I'm getting it for you as well, Purple Sight. Hold on. If I could watch one video, one lore video, which one would you recommend? Question mark. Oh, I can't even fit the question. That's fine. Bricky's lore video or Emperor's TTS video. Video? Question mark. All right, Purple Sight, vote. Democracy in action. Democracy in action. TTS is amazing. TTS all day. I misclicked. I meant to vote TTS. Oh, no. I wouldn't say TTS is lore, but it's fun. TTS is a rom-com. TTS is more of a shitpost. Yeah, well, is it lore? Does it tell me about lore? It isn't the best lore, it's comedy. Oh, so like they make jokes and I won't be able to know if they're jokes or not. I won't be able to know if they're being serious. TTS is yaoi. Hey, why is it yaoi? I don't want to know. It's funny if you already know a bunch about 40k already. Ah, that makes sense, Crude Matter. That makes sense. Okay, so you're saying I should watch Bricky's first. Yeah, a lot of you are saying Bricky's. Yeah, and it looks like on Twitch as well. Okay. So a lot of you are saying Bricky's. So I will definitely, I'll put that on. I don't really do React content on YouTube because the algorithm hates React content. But I think we can make an exception since I played Warhammer. I've been playing Warhammer for a while now. So yeah, I think it'll be okay to watch that one together. But yeah, thanks for the recommendations. I appreciate that, Hotties. The custodians are peak yaoi and TTS. What are you? I feel like I'm having like a stroke. Like I feel like sometimes when I read some of the sentences, I feel like I'm having a stroke of the stream. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I read the sentence, I'm like, man, if a Victorian child read that, they would collapse. Bricky first? Okay, Malkash. Understood. Oculus Impera is the best if you ask me. Is that a Bricky one, Paddington, or is that different? Hi, some dude. Bricky's lore video comes with a free pass into his VTuber. What? I'm not interested in any of that. I'm not interested in talking with content creators that aren't also anime girls. But thanks for the heads up. Could make a Vylett Reacts channel or something? Yeah, we've talked about that. I don't know. React content is something I'm not super keen on right now, but yeah, if you guys want it, I will do it. That is the thing. If you guys really want it, then I'll find a way to make it happen, you know? Oculus Impera is very in-depth and it's a little bit of roleplay. Oh, that's cool. I like roleplay with lore. I like that. More like lore play, am I right? You need to see it to understand it, Oh, I bet I do. Hi, Milk Tea. Hi, welcome in. Hi. How are you? It's good to see you. Hi. All right. Let me end the poll here. All right. 60% of you pretty much unanimously on YouTube and Twitch have said that Bricky's video is the one I should watch. So that will be the one I will probably be watching if and when we get to that. That's exciting. Yeah, I could finally learn. It'll probably go in one ear and out the other. But it'll be a fun thing to experience together, and maybe I'll pick up on little bits. Yeah. Start with the Bricky timeline one. The Bricky timeline? I'm probably just gonna watch the main video first, to be honest with you. I'm probably gonna watch the main one, the one that everybody else does first, and then we'll see if I like his style, because I don't know him at all. You know? They're pretty good watches. Okay, Dan, that's good to know. Baltimore is also really good. Baltimore? That's a crazy name. Baltimore. For roleplay 40k ロール、あ、そうだよね。うん、そうだよね。Yeah. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today, every hottie. I think we have sufficiently extolled of the Emperor's virtues and extolled of the Emperor's goodness and his influence upon us. I think I have sufficiently spread cheer today. And as a sister of battle who is devoted to the order of cheer, that is what I came here to do. And I'm very excited to see you guys tomorrow for some Dark Souls. And I'm also excited for my pie. I gotta go put my pie in the oven, guys. Yeah. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday. This was really fun. I really like talking with people who are passionate about a topic. Because you know me, I'm very passionate about the Elder Scrolls. So thank you for sharing your passion with me. Thanks for yapping. Thanks for all the recommendations. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me today. This has been a lovely... a very, very lovely Imperium mandated chat. Imperium blessed chat. The Imperium told me to do this. Yes, the Inquisition told me to have this chat with you. Ah, you fools. You fools. All along, this has been an Inquisition. I was testing your faith. And it turns out not a lot of you actually believe the Emperor is real. So, your name is going on a short list, and I will be sending it to the Inquisitor. And if you get tortured eternally, just know that you're the ones who did this, not me. You know what I mean? Like, you're the ones who said things like the Emperor is dead and the Emperor's a mummy or whatever. Yeah, playing right into the Empire's hands. Joke's on you. The Inquisition has finally hired anime girls to try and get the truth out of the heretics and the non-believers. Please, Sister Vi, refill the toiletries. I'll do my best. Crazy, thank you for the 5 super. Fun stream, enjoy the pint. Thank you very much. Arigato. I hope you enjoyed it. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that. Lamoro, what the heck? Thank you so much for the dodo. Wah! Thank you for the sermon today, Sister of Battle, Vylett Moonheart. Of course, Lamoro. Thank you very much for your donation to the Emperor and the Church. The Church? Donation to the Emperor, the tithe to the Emperor. The Adeptus Sororitas will not hunt you down for that in the future. I will make a note of that. Do not, hold on, let me write it. Do not get hunted. This one does not get hunted by the Adeptus Sororitas. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Lamor. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you, Hotties, for supporting me today. Take care of yourselves, okay? I'm going to raid you out in case you need more entertainment for the rest of your night. Emperor be with you. Emperor protect. Make sure you get a little bit of corpse starch in your diet today. Take a shower. Shower a day keeps Nurgle away. And until tomorrow, I will see you guys, okay? We're playing Dark Souls 3 tomorrow. We're finishing the Ariandel DLC, which is like a snowy, kind of cozy DLC. So come on by for that. If I don't see you then, on Thursday, we're playing Day of the Tentacle, which is a retro puzzle game, if you're interested in that. And then Friday, dun-dun-dun, that's right, Fallout New Vegas begins. Our playthrough of Fallout New Vegas survival mode explosive build begins on Friday, so I'm very excited for that. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, every hottie. Goodbye, Top Gear. Goodbye, Undead. Goodbye, Kazi. Goodbye, Nano. Goodbye, Greaser. Goodbye, Mr. Shrek. Goodbye, Kiwi. Goodbye, David. Goodbye, Paddington. Goodbye, Professor. Goodbye, Malkosh. Goodbye, Kano. Goodbye, Creamy. Goodbye, Nofan. Goodbye, Milk Tea. I will see you guys later. Okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. This is Sister of Battle, Vylett Moonheart. Order of Charm. Charm? Order of Cheer. Order of Cheer. Signing out. Bye. Bye. For the Emperor. Wow.